I mean, I'm saying though, like.
But what you saying though, like.
Man, why you always gotta be so
What's good,
gangsta,
y'all?
like,
Welcome to another episode of the GinTV podcast. As always, your boy Eazy. Today we are short one of our hosts, so we do have a co-host, a special co-host, OG gym member up from Florida. We got Google in the building.
Goozy. And A1DasauceGod.
And today we got a very, very special guest. We got someone from the LGBTQ plus, minus, divided, multiply. I mean, y'all always added something. We got the boy Denzel in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. You good?
I'm good.
How's it?
I'm chilling.
You chilling?
I'm chilling.
So before we even start shooting, you said you got a problem with the Qs, or what's up with how do you feel overall about like that community, or just like the LGBT people?
Oh, like, what's your experience with
Yeah.
Well, I love my LGBTQ community.
Right.
You asked about the Q.
Yeah.
I guess that stands for queer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that should be in there. That's kind of stupid.
You don't think the Q should be in the whole saying?
No, it
Why not?
shouldn't be in there. Queer is not really nice.
What do you mean?
The word queer, like it's
like a bad word?
Is it
people
like
use it as to
A slur?
call somebody gay. Yeah, like bitch,
Oh, okay.
queer. Like he's a queer. I
Would
wouldn't
you-
want nobody to say that about me.
Would you say that as like based on like where you're at and like the location in which you're in, where like how that's
No,
perceived?
this is just in general.
So,
I never knew that there was a Q in there.
So in the gay community, to get called queer is like that's bad.
I'm not sure about how everybody else will feel, but
you perceive-
I wouldn't want to be called a queer at all.
But I think like some of the younger kids, like especially like on TikTok or on social media, like they're identifying themselves as queer. Now, what a queer is exactly, I have no idea.
How do you define it?
A queer to me would be like a gay white boy.
A gay-
a gay white boy to me. That's what pops in my head.
Okay.
What-
So speaking of slurs, you know, like within the black community, right? Like
Okay.
people use the N word amongst each other, like, but in a friendly way, right? And it's
Yes.
not taken like in an animosity.
No.
But like if a white person were to call you it, right?
Yes.
You do take it disrespectfully.
Absolutely.
So in the gay community, is the F word a slur? I mean, yo, I don't want to say it 'cause I want to
Right.
get canceled and like that. But
Faggot.
like what?
Faggot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess you can say it.
A cigarette.
That's if a gay person called me a faggot, depending on the tone, it'd probably be a fight because I would know it was disrespectful. But black gay people, if we're having a conversation, argument,
Mhm.
little thing, that might come out, but it's not like said as like an insult.
Okay.
I guess it's like bitch. Like if I call
yeah.
you a bitch, it's
Like
like
bitch.
yeah, like if I call you a bitch, it's like
Like we'll be like,
who's saying
shut up,
it?
faggot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, but then it won't be taken as like an insult. But if somebody was to be like, "Oh, you a fucking faggot," it's
So
on.
basically, it
It's-
depends on like who's saying it and how
Yeah,
they're
who's
saying
saying
it.
Yo, so I
Absolutely.
guess it is like
who and how.
I guess it is kind of like
Bitch. Yeah.
yeah, like or like N-word bitch and stuff like that. And I'm saying like
In
you,
the community, yes.
what you gotta be.
You
Yeah,
gotta
gotta
be
so pretty much you've
LGBT
got-
shit.
You got to be down.
You gotta be with
Yo,
the.
you've had to have taken a dick to use it. Then that's what you're saying.
No, because gay.
They.
I don't know. Could a female call another man a faggot? Like a gay?
Oh, they
female?
love to say that.
Really? Like
They're the first.
Would you
They're
be
the
offended?
first to say that. Absolutely.
okay.
Probably knock her fucking head off. Or probably get my sister to knock her fucking head off.
Right.
But they usually say it first. They're usually the females are always the ones to say it first, and they're always kind of like uptight or
like stuck up about it.
stuck up about a gay person, or if a gay person is around. Like,
But how do you feel about that? How do you feel about a woman coming after a man in that sense?
Well, because a lot of times like they'll be female, but they're dressed like a guy. So do you respect them as a
wait,
man?
so you're talking about
Like a stud?
a stud?
Yeah,
A stud calling me?
a faggot or something like that, or even like
I don't think that would ever happen. They're like
Yo,
in the community, so I don't think. I've never encountered that. I've
Okay.
never seen that.
Right.
I've never even heard no one
So
say like a stud.
You just said that women are usually the first ones to call you that, right?
Yep.
Do you feel like who are like I know in today's world, like being gay is like more socially accepted, right? Or
Yes.
from well, I think, you know, I mean, I don't know
Yes,
how far.
definitely.
Definitely. You do agree
it
with that,
definitely
right?
changed.
So, but I'm sure there's still like disrespect towards the community, right? Do you feel like you get that from more men or women? Because you just said women are the first ones to call you guys that.
I personally, when I was younger, I was called like shit, but like not like fag or whatever. Behind my back, other people would come say like, "Oh, this person said this about you." It never was like said to me like
Directly.
"Oh, you're a faggot" or "You gay," whatever.
Right.
I never have been disrespected like that, and I thank God that I haven't, because I don't even know what my reaction would be.
Yeah.
Yo, because I do know one thing about the gays for sure, yo, is y'all got hands. Yo, I don't know what it is, yo. Like taking all them dicks or something, got y'all like bobbing and weaving. But yo,
Nah, we be on
I've
go.
been on
go.
World Star so many times, and I seen some gay dude knock some dude straight off his fucking head, yo.
But what is your response though? Like when a female says something like that to you?
I don't know, because I haven't been called that by a female before.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what my response would be. I wouldn't hit no female though, myself.
You would have hit a female?
No, I wouldn't hit a female.
See, I feel like
I have mad cousins that like female cousins that like.
Oh, you
really
guys, so
get it in.
you got enough women in.
So I would be good. That's not even.
Yo, what do y'all think about that? Like a gay, because obviously a man can
It's not
a
cool.
straight man cannot hit a woman for sure, right? That's
Right.
like
That's what they
complete-
say. That's
Right.
what.
that's what they say. That's a fact. I mean, it happens, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I know a straight man hitting a woman is like completely frowned upon, right? Even if it's like justified. Because I've seen, yo, you know what's crazy, yo? I was just I actually just came back from Cancun, right? And I was in the terminal waiting for my flight to come, right?
Okay.
And I seen this chick, right, get up, like she's sitting with her man at the food court, get up, say something to him, and just throw his phone right at his fucking head. Like that shit bounced like 10 feet, yo. Yo, and I was just thinking, like, damn, like if he
I probably
punched
would've
her,
punched
I would
her.
be like, yo, you
Right,
like
right.
I was mad for him, right? But like either way, right? If he
What were
did
they?
punch
White, black?
black.
Come on, black people couples. We gotta do
You
better.
know how they do.
We
love-
gotta
they
do
love
better.
domestic.
I
Yo,
knew
but
the answer to
gotta,
that.
I gotta say, the dude held it together so fucking
That's
well. bro.
awesome.
Like, yo, I was.
Because
Yo,
I don't even know how I would have reacted.
Yo, when I
Because-
tell you, like, I was so fear, like, I felt like that shit happened. I feel like the phone bounced off his head and hit mine. Like, I was that tight. Like, yo, because I don't like that shit. Because I feel like men get abused so much
Absolutely,
by women.
but oh
And-
my god, that's
And then women,
Which-
like, we cannot hit them back,
so
right?
that's common right now.
And I think
Yo-
that's the reason why he couldn't retaliate, because he got all these eyes on him,
He's
like
gonna look
waiting for him to
crazy.
expect
Yeah,
He's like
or
a black
expecting him to
crazy
do something.
man.
Yeah,
That's what they're
like-
gonna say. Beating
From-
up a woman.
From my experience, I've heard that like female relationships are very toxic.
Oh,
Is
gay,
it-
male and male
it's the
relationships
same?
are same.
Oh.
They're exactly the same.
What do you think that is? What's causing that? What's driving that?
So, yo, it's not, the
It's
grass
not
isn't
just-
greener on the other side. Like,
No.
y'all fight, do you think gay couples fight just as much as straight couples?
They fight more.
You guys fight more?
Why do you think that's the case? Because
Probably-
it's like equal grounds.
Not equal ground. Yeah, I guess you can say that too. But I'm trying to say how the fuck this say it. I think not insecurities, but the trust. Once the trust is like broken,
Okay.
it's like you should just move on.
Do,
In the
do-
gay world,
is
it's like once the trust is like fully broken,
from
you
cheating?
should just cheat. Yeah, I guess cheating, talking to someone, anything. Once you
think-
feel like you can't trust, them, it's like
There's no real.
you can
coming
try
back.
so much, but
that's-
it seemed like
That's so
nothing
surprising to me.
changes.
Yo. I honestly thought like male gay couples.
Oh my god,
fought
they
a lot less
fucking
than
get
us
it
straight.
in. No,
Really?
I
they
thought the
be
same
getting
thing.
domestics in the club and public and the mall. It'd be.
Have you seen anything happen like personally? Like when you're out in the club, or like anyone that you've been like hanging out with, like a couple just getting into a fight?
My people I've been around, just maybe arguments.
Right.
But people, yeah, I used to go to New York a lot. And I seen a lot of shit down there. Like couples, somebody trying to talk to their boyfriend in the club. They're arguing, wanting to fight the fucking person that's talking to them. Then they end up fighting the fucking boyfriend. They're getting arrested. like mace, taste, crazy.
Yeah,
shit
I really
all
think it's
over.
like
Dang.
it's because
But
it's
then
like
be back,
equal.
go to jail together, get domestic, be back together. Week later, walking down the street, chilling like.
Well, that's how it always be. Like, you know,
Yeah.
people
Almost.
they fight and then they end up right back together. But I think it's because it's equal playing fields. Like,
I guess
if I'm-
that could be the major, like 90%.
like I'm with a girl and I'm a girl, I could hit her and there's no consequence because like we're equal. I'm with a
We're just
guy,
gonna get it in.
and I'm dating a guy. Like I could just punch him.
We
and
just
there's
gonna
no
get it in. That's
there's
it.
no consequence. Like there's no
See, yo,
stigma behind
that's
it.
so crazy to me. Yo, because honestly, I'll get into like a real bad argument with my girlfriend. I'm like, you know what? I'm this close to being gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be with a like-minded man who's gonna just be on the same side of me.
Don't.
We're gonna get along
Don't.
very well.
Don't.
Like, yo, all right, you just crushed.
Argue,
Yo, you crushed my
work
only
it
hope
out.
for being gay. Yo. Like that was it.
No.
That was my last. I'm like, you know
It's
what?
worse. You're gonna be like, I thought I was stressed by her. This
Ah.
world is like.
You're just better
You
off
don't
staying
want-
single. Yo.
I don't
Right.
want this
Like
world.
this.
If I could change something, I would change this. I wouldn't want to be gay.
Really?
No,
Wow.
I wouldn't want to be gay.
So damn, you.
I wouldn't
so,
want to be gay. I was born gay.
You think so?
I don't think.
Okay.
let me,
I'm not saying you can't be turned out, but I wasn't turned out. I
let
was
me.
born
All right,
gay.
before we get into why you would change being gay, right? When did you know you were gay?
Out the womb.
I was gonna say that, but I like maybe like elementary school.
Like
Here's-
even that young.
I knew I wasn't like the other.
Quick question though.
Mhm.
Do you feel like being gay? I got into an argument with this with someone. Do you feel like being gay is a spectrum, meaning that there's
levels
like
of
a
gay?
percentages like how gay you are, and then you can move along.
It's
that
like a sliding
spectrum?
scale.
Yeah, like a sliding scale based on your like. It's like nature versus nurtured,
Okay.
right? Nature says you were this much gay, right?
Right.
Or nurture, and then nature brings you further along that path.
Okay.
Okay.
Before you answer that, let me ask you. So, what percentage of gay are you?
Me?
Yeah,
I would say I'm more like 2%.
you're 2%.
2%. A cool 2.
2% gay.
You're not. You're
Well, yo,
not,
so what
you're
is
not
it?
gay.
Yo, what's
I'm
a
not-
2%? Like every now and then when you're like watching porn, you jerk off to the guy.
2% gay. 2% gay would be like looking like I was in New York, right? Recently, right?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm walking down the street.
all right.
This nigga's doing pull-ups in the street, bro.
Uh huh.
Like flexing.
Turning you on.
Not turning me on, not in a sexual way, but
In a,
damn, I want to look like that.
Like that.
The
That's not-
recognition of the fact that this dude
was
like
solid.
was solid was like, bro, you need to get
That's
your game
not
up.
gay. You're not 2% gay at all.
I mean, because
He's not accepting you, bro.
is very, very.
Yeah, it's like you're not.
2%.
That's normal.
For me, 2% is like recognizing that another man looks
It's attractive.
solid.
Okay.
Not that, damn, I like that. I want to be with him. But more like, I want to be like him. That's
I don't know.
2%.
Like
get
for
it.
me, like I could confidently say like another guy is like an attractive guy. Like I've
Yeah.
been in the times where like
So you're
me
like
and
a solid 10.
you call it what you want.
10 is kind of high.
Nah, but like me and my girl, like we've been out in public and like I had like the type of relationships. So like obviously there's gonna be other attractive people around. Like
Right.
I'm gonna look at
That's why I need.
other
That's why I need to
attractive
date a
women.
blind bitch.
Right.
Can't see
So, like,
shit.
we went to like one event and like there were some other attractive women around and there was attractive guys around and like I knew it that she was like looking at these guys and
Mhm.
I really don't give a fuck because like
I'd be like,
I was-
bitch, what you doing?
nah, but it's like
Like,
for
nah.
me like I recognize their
Right.
attractiveness, so it's like you call it a 10%, maybe I'm 2%, maybe I'm
Like I get
0.
what you're
Like,
saying.
I
You're
don't know.
saying, did you take it like, damn? There's other guys in here that look like
better than
10
me.
times better than
Yo,
me.
just-
Okay,
like-
bro, just try to like.
Yeah, like
my
I think
bad,
like
my bad, y'all.
no, it's all good, but like better than me. Like I think being able to be aware of that, like
Okay.
I don't know, does that make me gay because I'm able to recognize?
No, that's not gay.
To me, on that spectrum, if you are enjoying touch, you're in that section. Like, if you feel like when a man touches you, you feel like, damn, like,
That turned
kinda
me on a
like
little bit.
this. Yo, I swear to God, I could be sitting next to you and your leg touches mine, and I'm like, that's too much.
If it
Right.
makes you feel uncomfortable.
Way
So
too
what
much,
percentage
bro.
would you say like being turned on by touch is gay?
Yeah,
Percent,
if
what,
you're
per-
being-
what
if
percentage
you-
are gay?
If you 25%, 20%,
50.
like in there.
So
if you get touched in any way and you like that,
back to his question to you, like, do you believe there's a spectrum of being? I mean, what are you like 101%? Like how gay are you?
I mean, I like girls too.
Oh, you like girls.
I like girls too.
So you're bisexual.
They got to be like a They gotta attract my eye.
Have
You
you ever
definitely
been
gotta-
with a couple?
Like how?
Like you, a male and a female. And is that something you desire at this
Like
point?
a threesome?
Yeah.
Like with the chick. Like have you
Yeah.
have you
Have
All
I had
right,
sex
so-
with a female?
so let me ask you this, right? So you said you knew you were gay in elementary school, right?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't say gay. I knew
Something was
I
different.
knew I was
different.
looking at niggas that I went to school with, and I was
Right.
like he looked good.
Right.
So when you were like going through these emotions at your young age, right? Like I'm sure like did you try to date women at that point after like just to kind of see like, yo, do I
So I had a few girlfriends. I had a couple girlfriends actually.
Okay.
I think my last girlfriend was the only one that I was honest with my sexual orientation, I guess
Okay.
you call it.
were you fucking her?
Before I told her.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I guess
think she knew. I think
yo, but
somebody
were you were having sex with women at that point.
Yes.
still? Okay.
Like, but what about like how far along, like in your, as wild as it's about to sound, like gay journey? Like, were you
did
like,
I already have sex with guys?
like, were you
Yes.
already messing around with
Absolutely.
guys, like concretely?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Like how, like I wanted to know, like, had he fully like been aware within himself that he was gay at that point?
Absolutely.
Like,
Oh, like,
But like I said,
messing around with
I wouldn't
guys
say I
and-
was gay. I wouldn't say I was gay then.
were you
Like
hiding?
now, right now, was I hiding?
Yeah, were you hiding
I think I only really hid from my mom.
at that point? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want her to know. For some reason, I don't know why.
Mhm.
And I know she wouldn't have cared. I didn't want her to know.
so at what point did you like publicly come out?
I think after my mom asked me probably like twice.
Right.
I told her no, straight to her face.
And you knew you were lying.
I knew I was lying.
What was your
She
biggest-
knew I was lying.
What was your biggest factor like preventing you from being able to tell your mom?
Right, judgment, right? I'll say most. Yeah, we're all. I think.
Yeah, I
when
think
our,
it was
when
just
our
that. I
parents
didn't
look
want
at ourselves like we're like, damn, I don't want to feel like I'm gonna let my parents down.
disappointment.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't
Mhm.
want to disappoint. I don't know. I don't even think she would have been disappointed. I don't know. I think I was just
It's,
scared.
it's in your head, right?
I think I was just scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
say like what it is.
Like I told you, like I shared an experience before where like I got my ears pierced and tattoos and stuff, and like because my mom was super religious, like I was really hesitant about telling her that. At this point in time, like I had moved out of my mom's house, like I lived on my
You're a
own
grown
and shit
man.
like that. Yeah, but still like that fear of like telling her that like I'm going against like her beliefs or our beliefs that she raised me with. It was like it scared me a little bit. Like I didn't want to tell her. So I could completely understand like a complete sexual orientation. Like
I was just like, oh,
Yeah, like-
say it. She asked me once. She asked me twice.
At what age? At what age did she start asking you?
Maybe like 15, 16.
Right.
Okay.
I had
What were you doing that kind of made her ask?
I think she went in my camera. I had like a fucking, at that, 06, 05,
Uh-huh.
06, everybody fucking wanted a camera.
Yeah.
Not no camera you bring to CVS and dispose. You
Yeah.
wanted a fucking Kodak,
Yeah.
whatever camera.
the
Like,
digital camera.
put your shit, your SD card in the fucking computer, have your shit. Like, so I had one of them. I think me and my gay friend, we were just in a room taking like stupid ass pictures. Like I was standing on the fucking like one of the doorknobs and up on the other one, like,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just doing stupid poses under me, mad stupid shit under me. And then one picture, he kind of like made it seem like he was like biting my crotch.
Mhm.
And I guess she went in there. Then she questioned something about that. Then she asked me, and then I just was like yeah.
At that point, you were.
I was just over it. I was
Yeah.
over fucking hiding it.
How
How
did
did
she
she-
take
her.
it?
How did, yeah.
I think I got kicked out, if I'm not mistaken.
For being gay?
I think it was more so because I lied.
Okay.
And she already asked me twice, and she knew. I think she was just ready for me to fucking be comfortable with myself.
Right.
And she,
I don't
and-
think it was like her just like being mad. I think she was really like
She wanted you
disappointed
to be
that I wasn't.
Honest
Comfortable.
about it.
Honest.
Right.
Yeah.
And she knew. She knew. They knew. Everybody in my fucking family knew.
Yeah.
So I was a
Okay.
kid. If we talk about it right now, I have mad aunts. Like, mad aunts.
Mhm.
Like it was majority of women around me than
Right.
anything.
Okay.
What
So-
about coming around your family? Like, what is that like? Like, is there anybody in that family that's like, back in the days, like being
Nope.
coming
Never
out as
felt-
gay, everybody was
never felt
hardcore.
never.
Never
By nobody.
Alright, so
They loved me.
accepted you.
They wanted
Yo,
me.
that's-
They wanted me to come dance. like they used to be like, Denzel gonna come in here and dance. Holidays,
do my
Thanksgiving,
dance.
he gonna come in here and dance. Like he gonna
See,
put on the show.
That's the thing to me that I remember like when I was growing up, like in high school, right? We had gay guys at our high school, like
Mhm.
openly gay. I mean, we
Yeah.
had one guy that was already like wearing dresses to high school.
Yeah.
Yo, and nobody bullied him. Like
Right.
nobody gave a fuck, right? And I just remember like when I was like in middle school, I used to watch a lot of TV shows.
Trust me, it was happening. You
It
might
was-
not have seen it. It was happening.
Okay, that's that's probably true.
It was
It
happening
wasn't
somewhere.
like it wasn't like I remember when I used to watch like shows when you're younger, right? And you're like thinking like bullying is like happening like out loud where everybody
Yeah.
can hear it. But like I remember just thinking like, yo, nobody's like publicly like trying to humiliate this guy for being
Yeah.
gay. But you're
They
right.
don't-
I don't know what he was actually going.
I'm
through.
sure it was definitely happening.
Okay.
Somehow, some way, it was happening. But the ones that be like bullying, they be the ones that be like wanting to screw.
Hold on, we gonna save that. We gonna save that for later. We gonna save that one.
I'm
for
just
later.
saying, they be them ones.
Let's get into it now. What you mean wanting to
Yeah.
screw?
They be wanting. They be them ones that
They
be
the
wanting
down-
to screw.
they the down low?
Yeah, them is the D.
So
it should be LGBTQD
DL.
for the
DL.
DL niggas, definitely.
So you think the guys that go the hardest to like kind of talk shit?
Honestly, nowadays they smarter than what they was because they don't do that shit no more.
Okay.
They know they're put on
Right.
to. That's what you're making yourself look obvious, basically.
Okay.
Like let that shit. If you gonna do it, let it be what it is.
So
Right.
like,
But don't make it like. Don't be like, oh, this nigga gay. Because I've had that happen to me. Like, oh, damn, I kind of lied because I did have somebody. I didn't hear it.
Uh-huh.
I got to a lunchroom and somebody was like, "Oh, this person was saying you're gay or faggot or some shit," but we were like literally
so
linking in high school, so it was
Damn.
like
so if they're worried about it and they're constantly
Pressing.
pressing or coming after
that's
you,
the inside.
then
That's
that means
that's
that,
inside
like,
them.
Eating them
They
up.
ready.
Yo, do you-
If they ain't get it yet, they want.
Yo, do you
they
think
want
it's
to.
kind of
Yeah.
like it's they're scared to fully come out, so they do it like that?
There's so many people that's probably scared to come out and not. Probably never will.
Well, I have
Never
like,
will.
I have some gay friends that like me and them talk. They ended up like telling me about
Female
like-
or male.
guys, like gay
Okay.
guy friends that end up telling me about like niggas that they've been with in the past, and I'm like, damn, like you really mess with him. And I was like, I never would have believed that this nigga was gay.
Because
Like
they nasty. Some
like,
of them is
like some of them
nasty.
like I grew up with like, and some of them to this day have
Gay
families and
people
shit like
could
that.
be very promiscuous.
Yo,
Everybody
so
goes through that stage. They
how
can be very
many-
promiscuous.
undercover brothers have you been with? Like that are not publicly or openly gay, but like you've kind of, you know. Is
Well,
it? I mean, is it a lot? Or is it a
No,
little?
it's not a lot.
you asking this
It's not
nigga's
a
body
lot.
count on?
Right.
Nah, it's not like
I can't really. I would say probably like on one hand, I would say like 5.
So how many people do you know like that is DL? Like on the low, like niggas that like got their
Like
whole
straight
family
be
and
with-
shit. Yeah, got family.
but they pretend to be straight, like publicly.
Family wise,
not just family wise, but like
But just
presented
in general.
themselves to be gay or straight.
they call it. Some people call it pansexual.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
but,
pansexual?
Like they play. They fuck niggas. They fuck bitches. They fuck
Everything.
mad toys. They experiment with all types of toys and shit. Like they sexually, they just
out there.
they might do animals. You never know. Like I don't know.
That bestiality shit.
Yeah, like I don't know. But they say I see that a lot. Like pansexual. I'm like,
But like how many guys
you
have
fuck
you?
anything.
How many guys are on a deal that like you know of? Would you say like not even number wise? Like is it like a large amount? Or
Is
like
it
a
more than?
surprising
Is it
amount?
more than what people think?
Absolutely.
Really?
People, baby fathers be straight. Like let me not say straight gay, but they be gay.
Like
Like
gay to
gay,
what
gay.
extent? Like
Gay, like
Like-
in your ass, gay.
damn.
That's gay.
Because some be like, oh,
Pretty
I'll
gay.
just
What
do- I'll
percentage is
just
that?
Some be like, oh, I'll just do. They call it the top.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know what that is.
Explain it. Get into it.
Okay, so a top is a gay male who just does the penetrating. A bottom is a gay male who gets penetrated.
Okay.
A versatile person is a person who does both.
Or so how is that decided? Is it like the guy that does the
Oh,
most
you would
push-ups?
know.
Like
no,
I think
no. Because it could seem that way. You could see two gay people. One could look like a queer. One could look like a queer. One could look like a fucking straight fucking DMX.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Not DMX. Damn. So you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a
like a
straight up,
Because
straight up.
DMX will literally
thug.
talk about like him getting head from guys, but yeah, he considered himself straight all the
Really?
way.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I gotta find
Listen
out. We
to the
gotta
lyrics,
find
That
that
must
out.
be that must be the lost mixtapes.
I'm gonna have to find. I'm gonna
Yo,
have to
so
find
all
this
right,
out.
if you
But-
all right before you, so out of us three, right? Like, what would you classify us? Like, if we had to like, pick, like, what do we look like?
You can't say. I can't. You can't pin
better be
everybody.
Just give it a pick.
I know who's a bottom in here.
Oh,
Who's the
wow.
bottom?
I'm not gonna say that.
Just say it.
Who's the bottom?
Not fucking with you. I want to
I
get
know you
everybody
wasn't about that.
I wanna
Yeah,
get-
So, yo, are you
No, I wasn't gonna-
are you a top? Are you a top or
I
bottom?
am verse.
I want
Oh, you're
everybody to
versatile.
say
I'm
You're
verse.
versatile.
Yeah.
So usually do tops. They just strictly like, yo, nothing's going up in me.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
That's how it should be. But now they be at verse top, verse bottom.
Really? So we're getting it like
Yeah, like come on,
complicated.
chop it up, bitch. You're gonna be the one to get fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna do you. You're gonna be verse. Leave it at that.
Okay.
Just leave it at that. If you're a verse top, you're verse. Just stay that. Fuck all
Right.
that. They be like, oh, I only let certain people. That's stupid.
Okay.
That sounds like a fucking whore to me.
So for you, like, what did you classify yourself as?
Verse.
So what? Not to cut you off your question.
No, go ahead.
But
you,
like,
you could get it off.
what determines if you're gonna be a bottom or a top?
I
In a
don't
situation.
think. I honestly think when my personal opinion, I think every gay person when they realize they're gay or they start sleeping with guys, they want to be the one. They want to be the bottom.
They want to be the bottom.
Yeah,
Really? I would think it was
I
the other
think
way
so.
around.
I think so. It's like a fantasy.
What?
Of get of
It's like a fantasy to be
Fucked.
like a fantasy to be the
Dominated.
like
submissive.
the
The
submissive
submissive.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
'Cause,
submissive one.
The male persona is supposed to be the dominant one.
Mhm.
So if you're
Right.
going to be with a man, then
You want to
in that
be.
concept, you wanna
I
be the
think
submissive
majority
one.
of people. My personal opinion. I think probably like 80% of people were like that.
Really?
When they
Really?
find
Damn,
they're
that's
gay,
high
they
as
start
fuck.
having sex with guys.
Yeah, I
they're
guess yo,
first,
it's like yo, like you said, like when you're a man, right? And you're supposed to be dominant. So now it's like, all right, no, let me take a night off. Let me just chill.
here's the
do
thing,
some
right?
different shit.
Here's the thing, right? I was in a relationship
Mhm.
with my ex.
Damn, we about to find out some shit about you. Then. That 2% going up.
Yo, move that up to 3%. Yeah, here's the crazy thing. This
always
girl legitly thought I was gay,
Okay.
right? The reason
Your
why is
girlfriend?
because ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Because when we slept together, I would be like, I'd be okay with being the little spoon and having her be the big spoon.
So she thought you were gay because of that?
Yeah.
Man,
Well, not only
Being the
that,
little
I
spoons
love
are
it.
fucking amazing.
I love it.
That's
Not
comfortable
only
shit.
that, but-
That shit is the bomb.
like I have a lot of like feminine skills. Like I could do pedicure, manicure. Like I could do hair. I can braid.
Yeah, let me,
you know.
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
When you were being the little spoon, did you toot up your butt a little bit?
Did you scoop?
Like this?
Did you do the scoop?
No,
probably was like,
I
oh,
ain't
hell
scoop
no,
it up. No, I ain't
motherfucker.
scoop it up. I ain't scoop it up. That was on her.
But
like,
it do.
I ain't scoop it up.
You might have scooped a little bit because that kind of happens. Like when you are the little spoon, you be like,
You get
gotta
comfortable
get in
with
there,
edge-
right?
yeah,
you gotta get
wedge
back.
yourself.
You be
bit.
backing yourself up into it. Like,
But I wasn't like backing myself up because I want you to like feel up against like
put your pussy on my ass.
my. No, I was just like I want to feel your body kind of thing. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
the body
Like,
heat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
body heat.
All right.
I want to
Me
feel.
and
I
my
want to feel the
guy.
gap.
As this conversation progresses, we're creeping on 5%.
And maybe
No,
that's
that's
how
the
she
bomb.
felt. Like, bro,
Spooning-
you're not
spooning
2,
is the
you
shit.
5.
No, you think you and your guy what?
So we spoon bad,
Really?
like bad. He wants to be the baby spoon. I want to be the baby spoon. Then I want to
Right.
be the big spoon. So like throughout the entire fucking night,
You're back and forth.
we back and forth.
The thing is,
So
like
I'd be
for me,
I'm tired. Yeah, we was just flipping all night long, just holding each other.
I sleep on my stomach. So like when my girl like comes up behind me and like puts her leg on my back or puts her arm around me, I'm comfortable. Like I could fall
Hell
asleep
no.
like that.
Get that
But
shit
for,
off
like,
me like that.
For me to be the big spoon, like I got like 15 minutes in me. Like my arms start to hurt. Like
Mhm.
I feel like
That's so
her-
comfortable.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
very
like,
uncomfortable.
I feel like the
Yeah,
heat-
they have a pillow
okay.
for you to put your arm in.
Really?
Because you know they're always on your arm.
I saw
When you're
that.
spooning,
I seen that.
There's
I
a
seen
pillow.
That.
I really
Yeah, you
want
go
to
under.
get it.
You go under.
I want to get
There's a
under the pillow,
strategy.
and their head is on the pillow. But there's like a cutout piece where your arm just goes in.
I might
like
have
a
to
tunnel.
invest in that because my girl
I
always
said the same thing, yo.
Yeah, my girl.
'Cause my
always
shit get
be
numb. That's
invested.
why we rotate so much. Because his shit get numb, my shit get numb. But we need to feel each other's body heat.
Right.
Yeah,
No, absolutely.
legitly, I have shoulder problems from being the big spoon.
No, that shit is no
If
joke.
you don't do it correctly,
That shit is
like
no joke.
you're
That
trying
shit
to
is
be
like
the man,
push-ups.
like I'm gonna hold this down, and you fall asleep. Next thing you know, your shoulders out of your arm.
It's like
Yeah.
push-ups. You feel like you be next morning like, damn, my arm is
But-
fucked.
I got it.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I got a question. So to backtrack a little bit, you had mentioned briefly that you feel like you were born gay.
Mhm.
Do you? So I'm assuming you really believe that that a person can be
Definitely.
born gay or straight.
Definitely.
See
I
what?
think it takes somebody to bring it out of you,
Okay.
or
Who-
maybe show you, tell you.
Right.
Did
what it
someone
is.
bring it out of you?
My dad was, I guess, gay or bisexual. He had me, so he had to like women as well.
Okay.
Obviously, I lived with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
but not with my dad. Not together.
Okay.
Like it wasn't like they
You're
were
separate.
together.
Okay.
Separate. He was in my life.
All right.
She was in my life. About, I'd say I was like 6 or 7. I moved with my dad.
All right.
At that
Did
time,
you know he was gay at that time?
did I know?
Yeah.
I knew he was different than other
Regular.
guys,
Okay.
Okay.
but I don't think I knew what the word was, what to call it
All right.
at that time. Until I got to his house. He lived in Winstead, Connecticut. I lived in Winstead, Connecticut, guys.
I lived in
for a
Worcester,
couple
Connecticut
years.
too.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I would go back there.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Like
was-
really loved it. It was
I
the
was
best
having
time. It
growing
was the
up in
best
there
time of my
as
life.
a
I would give
child.
anything to go back. Absolutely.
Seriously.
The best time as a
Place sounds
fucking kid.
awesome.
It's really
If
not.
you're
If
a
you go there right
kid-
now, you'll be like, this
The
is
fuck
the
is out here?
wackest shit in the world. But as a
you're-
kid, it was so like free.
Okay.
If
Like
you-
we got to fucking get on our bikes and just go.
ride everywhere.
Go.
You know, do you remember
I know
the
that.
Ace Hardwood store?
No, do you remember the batting cages?
Yes,
That
I used to
fucking
live
park
right
used
across
to
the
be
street
lit
from there,
over
bro.
there.
Actually, so we'll get into you living with your father and knowing
Yeah.
him is different. But
Okay.
just a side question. So you just said you rode bikes, right? So when I think of a gay child, right? I don't see them like doing kind of boy stuff, like riding bikes, playing
Okay,
in the
so-
woods. Like, did you play with dolls growing up? Like,
Absolutely. Me and my sister used to get it in. My sister is like my twin.
okay.
We are, I
Do you
think we're a year apart. No, we're 2 years apart. Me and my sister are 2 years apart, but we're like twins. That's my fucking twin.
Okay.
Like straight up.
So you would play with a lot of feminine
We
toys.
used to get it in. We used to fucking put fucking chess pieces on our fingers, act like they was nails.
Okay.
Fucking act like we were my grandmother. Shout out to my grandmother. Rest in peace to Mary Jameson. Me and my sister, her dolls, her shit, she knew that what to ask for Christmas because she knew I was like get double the shit because it's
Okay.
on. Like I'm down here braiding it fucking hair. We used to put fucking chess pieces on our fingers, fucking get cups, water in them, fucking have the chess pieces like we was in a club, fucking start fight, bump into each other, start fighting in the basement, shit. Stupid shit.
You guys
Now,
were reenacting.
chess pieces popping up and shit. Best time of my fucking life.
But here's
Besides Winstead, best time of my fucking life.
But here's the question: like, let's say you had a kid, you know, and at a very at a very early age, you're trying to identify, like, damn, is my child gay? Like, what are your signs? Like, how do you pick up on
I don't
that?
know. You know, okay, so again, my dad being bisexual or gay, whatever. I know he knew.
About you.
I know he knew. He knew what it was.
Okay.
He knew exactly what it was. He made sure I had everything I needed, anything I wanted. And I shouldn't even say like he spoiled me because of that, but he was a dad to me. Whether
Okay.
he was gay or whatever he was my fucking dad.
Did
was
he
a
like
dad to
buy
me.
you any like feminine toys or like anything like that?
My whole fucking room was like Tweety Bird.
So-
My whole room was Tweety Bird when I lived in Winstead. Like it was blue. It had yellow Tweeties on the fucking on the wall.
Right.
Even though Tweety was a boy, a lot of people don't know Tweety was a boy, but it was kind of girly. Spice Girls. They was my bitches.
So
like
he
he knew like
he knew low down. Yeah.
he was giving me, he was buying me like If I asked for something, he was getting
the
it.
starter pack for being gay.
He knew.
Yeah.
The starter
knew.
pack to the gayness.
He knew, and he didn't give a fuck.
I mean, but really and truly, I feel like if you're like personally for me, like I have a cousin that was gay, like, and I was raised with him, like we shared the same room, and like I always knew growing up that he was like you like to say different than most guys. Like he was just into different things. Like when we play sports, he wouldn't want to play. So long story short,
Even the music.
Yeah, he like Nicki
oh
Minaj nonstop, like all day long. He was just listening to Nicki Minaj.
He's young then.
So yeah,
music is totally different.
He was like, finally one day I walk in the room, he's talking on the phone, and I asked him like, "Yo, who you talking to?" And I asked him if it was a girl. He said no, it was a guy. And I was like, "Bro, like I always knew." So then the wild thing is like because he told me,
he's gonna love you for the rest of your life.
I don't know, like we haven't talked in a while, but because he told me, he ended up like telling the entire family and like really became open with himself.
You as his older cousin, you said?
No, that's my nephew.
Yeah, definitely. You should always make sure he is straight because he confided in you first before anybody.
Really? So you think that
over a phone call, he didn't have to say. He could have lied and said he just said, "Mind your business." Like, why are you worried about? He was comfortable to like let you know.
But the way how I viewed it, like with him telling me, I was like, like regardless of the fact of like whoever you're fucking with, like nah, like I knew it.
Because
like,
he knew.
Yeah, I felt it in my spirit. Like I always knew like he was gay. So when he told me, I was just like, I'm not gonna like. It doesn't change the way I view him at all.
That's
like,
what's up.
And and
that's all people be wanting to hear when they get when it
and I told
comes
him
to
that,
because it could go left. I have friends who like
how do you guys feel like if you had a kid and it turned out to be gay? Like, do you feel like
to be honest with you, so I have a son, and like I don't. Here's the thing, right? Because this gets kind of a fishy or it's complicated, right? Because me personally, right, like I can be friends with gay people.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care, right? If that's as long as it's respectful, and but that goes for like if you're a straight friend, I still want you to be respectful. If you're my gay friend, I still want you to be respectful. So I don't care, right? Like so, if you know like I'm not gay, like I wouldn't want you to
don't try me.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like so. With that being said, right, like if my son was gay, and I don't know if this makes me homophobic because I know some people interpret it that way, right? I would be slightly disappointed.
Of course, that's
because I wouldn't stop loving him, but honestly, it would. I can't just say I'm gonna just accept it face out, right? Like it's gonna take some adjustment on my part.
Time. It will from a guy definitely,
and
from a straight male, it would bother you. You would kind of be disappointed. I don't. That's a normal thing. I don't think it's. Disowning your kid?
No, because of it. I would never disown somebody.
That's
like
some.
Kid, yeah.
That's some. No, I'm not saying you per se. I'm not saying, but some people I know people who
that has gotten
like,
disowned.
I got kicked out. My mom like
was it really like religious
my dad
families?
came beat me down. Like
was it from like really religious families though? I feel like those usually go the hardest.
Black people, majority of black people Baptists. Like you gay. Like what the like?
Okay.
So, I mean, Jamaican people, they're it's a different story with them, but they don't like that.
No tolerance at all. Yeah.
Damn, my nose ring was on. I could have told me that. Some people, religion is a different thing. I'm Baptist. That's where I grew up in, and.
But personally, for me,
like gay people going to church, like it wasn't.
I was super religious, as you guys know, and whenever, like, even I used to see gay guys in the hallways in school, and like I used to like joke about it with my female friends that like they engraved it so much in my mind that homosexuality is bad that like my butt would literally clench whenever I see them. Like,
you're gay.
Rapes?
No, like, bro, I didn't like. It was
the gays are here. Fuck.
It was on like fucking
hold it tight. Hold it tight.
Your asses.
Like it was on like fucking lockdown, and like I didn't want to associate with them at all. Like I was completely disgusted by it.
Is that was that something that you were like taught?
I wasn't taught to
like. Did your family speak about that? Like,
not in the sense where like we had open conversations about it, but like growing up in religion, you hear homosexuality is bad. When your family's having conversations,
it's a sin.
Right.
Yeah,
families having conversations about gay people, they're saying how nasty it is and blah 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 and all that shit. So like you just think of it as being bad. So like I just like when I grew up, like I felt that like I'm not supposed to associate myself with it at all, type of situation. Like so, it was actually Denzel. Like when I met Denzel,
he turned you out.
wildest thing. Wildest thing. So like I met him and he was just chill and like it opened me up
Mind you,
to like the
we went to school together,
Okay.
Right.
so it's not like we met at work.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah,
Is
pretty
that what
much.
you're
Like, that's
saying when we
yeah,
met?
like we got cool at work. Yeah.
Yeah, but we did definitely go to the same school together.
Let me interject and say this. Like, okay, there are guys who are gay,
Mhm.
and then there are guys who are comfortable with their sexuality, right?
Okay.
And
10%.
and then these
He's gonna come out by the next episode. Yeah? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tune into the end to see what
the
number he ends at.
disrespect, the disrespect,
Right?
And then they come together, right? Can
Uh-huh.
you tell in a room between those guys who are so proclaiming to be comfortable with their sexuality and those
Now,
who
what do
are
you mean, like
Yeah, what
comfortable?
is-
Are they
what is
just like
comfortable?
they
comfortable
play
with their
guys
sexuality? Like,
and-
if you watch the last episode of Dave or the most recently episode of Dave, have you guys watched?
I
that?
watched Dave.
I
Dave-
never
Okay.
even heard of that.
It's-
No, I haven't seen the most recent episode. What happened?
Well, in this episode, like Dave and some other guy in that episode, they're having a bromance where they're taking showers together.
Right.
You know, taking a look at each other's
Not showers
anuses and
together.
Yo.
Yeah, it's
That's gay.
it's beyond it's
That's
beyond
gay.
what's
You don't have
considered
to-
normal.
You don't have to shower together.
Exactly, but like, can you tell? Like, okay, there's a where does this line get drawn between a guy claiming that he's comfortable and then a guy claiming that he like
yo.
That's
I
on the-
think
on the low.
just my
Yeah,
take
on the
on
low.
that, right, is like I think in white culture, white American culture, they have like this very comfortable relationship with like the gay line, right?
Well, yeah,
like
yeah, that is
they get close-ish as
exactly.
shit to it, but I don't think they
Honestly, it ain't just white people.
really.
Black people do shit. Spanish people do shit. Like, cause in school they used to do weird shit. The straight
Like
niggas that's supposed to be
bull-whacking.
straight were
Yeah, slap your
fucking
nuts and shit.
seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
Crosby, they used to do weird shit.
Okay.
In school, like I've seen motherfuckers. We walking, you niggas get in the shower or whatever. You change for gym. You got your fucking swim clothes. Now we're going to swim clothes. I remember this one kid fucking like pulled his pants, basketball shorts straight to the side, whole dick out.
Right. That's happened to me before.
Like kind of erected and all,
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
hey yelling, he's hey yelling, and puts it back. That's mad gay.
I was in
Then
middle
you
school.
did
that.
it then you did it towards me and my gay friend,
Okay,
even though there was everybody else was there, but we were
he's
like,
kind of baiting you.
yeah, you were standing like straight across from
All right.
from us, like we were the first ones to literally be like see it
Right.
before anybody else like behind us would. So it was like, it's weird. You wanted something.
Okay,
That might have been the sign, but nobody. I think they give signs a lot, and if you run with it, you fucking run with it and see where it go.
So is there
You
a way
could
to
either get it, or you could get punched in the eye
okay.
because you might be
crossing that line.
thinking it's something else and it ain't even that.
I got a gay
Um,
story actually. Now that I think about it,
is there a way to determine like a guy being gay and a guy comfortable with his sexuality? Because like me and your friends, we joke around about shit all the time. Like what
Like I don't think you're
what
gay.
separates the line between gay and
I think it's
comfortable?
putting the dick in your mouth.
Um,
That's quite the line.
honestly, like
Like,
I've had straight
anything-
friends treat me better than fucking boyfriends. Like they know like this is
Right.
my like. They'll see like this is my sister right here. Like
Right.
I guess like he said, fucking if you start you sucking and fucking and
touching and all that shit. that's-
touching and kissing and
Yeah, you're
jerking and taking pictures of your dick for me and all that. There's something there. You might not know it yet, but it's something you have a thought or
right.
you're attracted. There's
it's
some type of
it's
attraction.
growing. What's your
There's
gay
something
story?
going.
all right. This is like the question is like, when are you too aggressive when you're trying to approach a man? Because back in like 2009, I decided to go to Chile. I'm in Chile.
Like the country.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in Chile. I'm traveling Chile. I'm in Concepcion. I'm chilling with some flighters. These are like people, flighters. They're called flighters. That's what they call them
The
out there.
gays?
Not gays, but like people who are sexually open to do things.
Anything, pretty much. Like
Okay.
Anything.
like sex workers.
Just trying
Not
shit.
sex work. These people were like very
They're
young.
just trying shit.
Okay.
They were very
experimental.
young, you know.
Okay.
I moved into
How
a
young?
building. Well, one of the girls who was in there was 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in those countries, let's give some references. And
They be
16
fucking.
is the
Yeah.
age of consent.
At the
in
age
most
of
those-
16, they be
and-
wild.
Stuff
That is
like
right.
So
That's another
these
topic.
people are known as like being wild at that age.
Right.
I'm working in Chile. I'm in Santiago. I end up in Concepcion. I'm
Mhm.
hanging out with them. We go out. We're partying. We had a great night. I got turned up. I was slumped.
Right.
One of these guys
Where's this going?
thought it was a perfect opportunity to take advantage of this slump. First of all, there is no dark-skinned people in Chile like that.
Right.
And
they
then
be,
there,
they be
you know,
doing
the,
shit like that.
you know, the conception is like, yo, dark-skinned dudes, they hung. Yo, this dude was like, I gotta have this dude.
Okay.
Referring to you.
Yeah, it's referring to me.
Okay.
Bro, when I'm telling you I'm slumped, I passed out in the woods, like just slumped.
Right.
Okay.
I passed out in the club.
Just before or after you fucked them?
This is, bro, I'm slumped. I passed out in the
Bypass the
woods.
question?
I passed out on stage, bro. Like
Okay.
there was a stage like right on top of like
Mhm.
where the DJ was playing.
Right.
I'm on the side of like just slumped. Like I did not know how to handle my alcohol at that point.
Right.
Mhm.
Long story short, we're on the bus ride home.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long ride. I'm just like barely keeping my conscience,
Yeah.
and this dude is on me, just telling me like, "Man, so beautiful. I want you." Yo, mind you, the nigga in me wants to
Like,
knock,
I'm about
this
to knock
dude
you the fuck out.
out.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
trying you to see what you,
You
was
know what
gonna
I'm
say.
saying?
He was
Uh-huh.
seeing what you.
But I'm with these girls who are like my friend. They invited me. Like I drove like, yo, it was a 25-hour like
Drive.
bus drive just to
Okay,
come down and
damn.
see them because like I was cool with them from like my other experiences in Chile.
Right.
And in my head, I'm just like, yo, I need to knock this guy the hell out.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I had to tell this guy no so many times in a nice way to the point where it was just frustrating.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, look, you're lucky I'm out of the country and I don't want to get into,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, get arrested type situation.
So
Oh,
that's
man.
it. That's all that happened.
Dude, no, he was like, my question
I
is
thought
like,
you were getting jerked off then of this shit, man.
dude,
I thought he was
bro,
gonna
when
say
I'm
like
telling
you
you,
woke up and your dick was in his mouth.
no, exactly.
That's what I was
that
waiting
did
for him to
not
say. Like, oh, I
happen.
woke up and he was
The-
like sucking my dick.
No, the
Is
question
that a
is
common
like,
thing?
I've actually known somebody that's happened to.
when do you know to back off? When do you know to say
Okay.
like, yo, he's not
you
with it?
shouldn't be. I don't know. Me personally, I would never go to no nigga that portrays he's straight.
So you like, because I know you were talking about how like you've been around with down low guys, right?
Mhm.
So when you hit like on a rent, like so you won't hit on a guy that perceives as straight then, right?
I would never do that.
because you just don't want to be in that situation then, right?
I would never do that. That can lead to if it is that, by all means, whatever. If it's not, that shit could go left.
Right.
Mhm.
Like real fast. There's gay people get killed all the time. Like gay
For
people
for
be
crossing
killed.
boundaries.
Yeah.
What? A majority of the time, it's always a gay person getting killed. It's always a transgender female getting killed.
I've heard a story about where like this guy and a gay guy was like messing around, and they had like messing around for a minute, got in an argument, and the gay guy threatened to tell like that.
Oh, the
he's gay.
other guy
know-
wasn't. The guy wasn't openly gay.
I
Yeah,
know
and they shot him.
two people who, very close to me that were killed. One was a transgender female. From
Wait,
Bridge.
so she was a man that became a female, or she was a female that
She
became
was a man, became a female.
Okay.
She moved to Atlanta, was dating some guy.
okay.
You know, I don't know if the guy had a little beef with some people down there. And I can't even say it was because of that. This was a whole different type of thing. But something happened. They end up, the guy had a beef. He ended up getting into some shit. They end up shooting him, killing him, I believe. She ran out the house and they ended up catching her like 2 blocks down the road. And shot her as well.
But that wasn't because she was transgender,
Right.
That was like some.
yeah, so my two people, it's not really like
Linked to
'Cause
that.
there-
linked to that. But
what do you feel about, like, in that situation, right? She was she was a man that became a woman.
mhm.
Was the guy that she was messing around aware that she used to be a man?
I'm sure.
Because
I doubt, God rest her soul, I doubt she had a full surgery, because that shit, to get your dick changed to a vagina, that's a lot of fucking money.
Because from the stories I've heard, and this could be false, so this is just stuff I see on WorldStar or just social media, right? Is like that, those women or those men that do get the full surgery, right? They get vaginas implanted, right? They don't tell men that they used to be men.
I wouldn't. I don't know if you're that real. If you're that real to, and I mean real by a transgender that could walk in a room, a full of straight niggas, and they don't even know. They think it's a woman. They don't even know. And then if you do have got a vagina done, by all means.
But do you
think that's okay?
I honestly, I feel like if I was with a woman who I did not know,
if you didn't doubt it, I don't think it's okay. If she was that real, and she knew that, I doubt she. Why would I say that? I got my surgery and shit done. I paid for everything, and I don't have no dick.
Because me as a straight guy, like, I'm not.
Would you still feel like a little gay?
A little, like, I feel like that's like, I feel like here's the thing. I'm fine with gay people.
It's only the uterus that's in there.
Cut it out. I'm fine with gay people, but I feel like deceiving somebody, that's not okay. Like, you were a man, and like, I may want to build my life with you. Like, I may really fuck with you.
But no, I get it. I would definitely. I'm not saying it's okay. I would definitely, if that was me, I would let it be known.
How about you? How would you feel if you found out you were with a woman that used to be a man?
Here's the thing, right? There are some females that have very masculine features.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy
to
identify.
Yeah.
Like,
you would know. You would know. Something would be you would know.
It could be the voice.
The scars.
It could be the touch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's a fake pussy feel like?
I don't know.
It can't get wet.
What?
It can't get wet.
There's no way. Fake pussy gets wet.
I believe it get wet. Watch
anybody listening out there with a fake pussy, please comment and let us know. Does it get wet?
I think it gets wet. I've never been in one, so I don't know. But
have you seen it in person or no?
Not in person.
I'm just asking. Like,
hell no, I don't like no trannies. No. Okay. I don't like none. I'm not into that. But I've watched the surgery. Them do the complete surgery. It's on YouTube. So
there's this whole thing.
It's bad. It was definitely. I was like, the whole time, like, no, never.
There's this whole thing, like, this whole theory on TikTok now that, like, if you're not attracted to transgender women, then you're homophobic.
That's stupid.
Like,
that's stupid. Even though some of them, to be honest, some of them be bad. Yeah, I know some. I know some that I'd be like,
they're hard to identify.
Yeah,
I know absolutely. I know a nice gathering of them that I would be like, this is my. This is my sister. And I probably wouldn't even say to my friend, if I knew she had a vagina, I wouldn't even say to one of my straight friends, like, this is a.
And this is why I tell people, and people think I sound crazy for saying this shit. This is why you gotta fuck chicks with kids. It's proof. Yo, you fuck a chick with a kid, you know she has a real pussy. Yo, and in today's world nowadays, with all these fake vaginas, you don't know.
If they got bread, they got that much bread.
Bro, that's why a lot of these dudes out here, right? They're not having kids, right? They're like, damn, I've been fucking my wife for 8 months straight, raw, nothing in her.
Is a guy.
Like, bro, she a nigga. Like, she a nigga. You don't even know.
Queen.
Yes.
Nah, but that's
like, why do you think she benches more than you?
Right.
Like,
I don't think I can handle that, to be honest. I think that's the one thing that like will push.
But you should be honest. You should be honest.
I feel like that's the equivalent of, like, I don't know, like, just it's a bold-faced lie, pretty much. Like, you're deceiving me. That's a wild lie.
No. That's like trust. If somebody big on trust, they're gonna be like.
That's like somebody on, and this, as wild as it sounds, like, that's like me meeting a girl and she tells me she's of age and she's underage. Like, I feel like you're putting me in a situation where I'm not comfortable with.
There's some niggas that like titties on their back. Titties on their back, dick in their ass. That's what some people like. Here's a question: like, straight niggas,
really, that like the trans.
I'd be like, damn, you want that? Like, why you want that?
Maybe because it's close to to the world. It's a girl, but to him, he gets what he wants.
I think they like the fact that it's still a nigga, but if they wanted to bring them home to their mom,
oh,
it look like a girl.
Okay.
And if they really look that real, and my mom don't know that this is a nigga, I'm all set.
You get the best of both worlds, pretty much.
I'm all set.
All right.
Me personally, I'm not. I'm not into that at
What
all.
turns you off about it? Is it the fact that you like
I
masculine
don't
men?
know. A couple of them have tried to get me too.
Really?
Like in New York, every time I go to New York, they be on it, and I'd be like,
The
You just like,
the training.
nah.
yeah, like sis. I'm like sis. What up? Like we could be like, that's what we gonna give. If it's
Right.
gonna be anything, that's what it's gonna give. I'm not into it.
To me,
There's
like,
one. I think she's very gorgeous. I can't even say I'm not. She's beautiful to me.
If it
I
was
don't
anybody,
know, I
it would
just
be
don't
her.
think if it was anybody, it would definitely be her. But
Okay.
I'm not. It would take a lot. I would be like,
You need that the Astro Glide, bro. Just
oh
get
god.
rid of
It would take a. I don't know. You wouldn't be behind me. You would never be behind me.
How could it be
Don't
behind
even
you?
walk behind me.
How could he be behind you? He don't
I'm
got
just saying,
nothing there.
but a majority of them, yes, they do. They got majority of them still have penises.
Really? So they just
Majority
have
of-
the top, like the titties. and
Majority of
everything.
transgender women, they have their penis still. Majority of them, they might take this the wrong way. Majority of them don't want to work. They want to escort,
Right.
fast money. They
Damn.
escort. That's
That's-
where
so
they're
that's
making
like
the
the-
money off of.
That's the training lifestyle.
New York. Let me see. New York, Chicago, where the money reside. They ain't getting their dick cut off ever.
quick question.
Because that's
though.
where their bread is coming from. They making bank off of white, let me not say white, Caucasian men that white collar motherfuckers
Yeah.
that want to be fucking tied up and all crazy shit.
Right.
Some weird Wolf of Wall
And be
Street type
fucked
shit.
by somebody
Wait,
that
what's
look like a
weird
woman,
about that? Hold up.
just got a woman, look like a woman, but got
Mhm.
a dick and can fuck me. They like that.
What's weird about a woman that has a dick?
No. He's talking about the actual like getting tied up and all that.
Oh, all right.
But my question to you, well, I've been wanting to ask for a minute now. I was like, should you fault a man for not being able to like recognize the essence of a woman? Meaning that women and men are different.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Inherently.
They always say a man could a man can do something to a man way better than a woman can.
Due to a man.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Never-
that probably
never heard
because
that?
they know what they want?
That's what they say.
But do you mean in the sense of that, or do you mean in the sense of like physical
the
attraction?
essence
like
of a
physical?
woman, like there's just these,
No, that whole statement was just wild as shit.
Wow, that's what you never heard that?
You know what? I've heard the opposite of that, right? I've heard women say that to women.
Yeah, I've heard women say that,
Like
yeah.
I could eat
No,
your
it's the
pussy.
same thing.
I could eat
There's
your
no
pussy.
difference.
Like I could eat your pussy like a man could never. So I guess I know what you're saying, but I've never actually
I
heard
can
like
suck your dick like way
That's
better
good.
than a bitch. It's the same thing.
Is that how
It's
you
not
approach
no-
these niggas? Like,
No,
yo,
never. Me personally, no.
I don't know, bro. I don't want no fucking beard on my dick. Like,
For real.
That's
Nah, but what was your question, Goose?
it was just all about essence. I feel like
You should be able to
as
identify.
a man, you should be able to identify like what a woman should feel like in terms of like skin, like the way she feels, the way she smells, her hair, like just these kind of like
Little
low
stuff. I could give the same thing that she could give.
You think so?
Like, huh?
You think so?
Literally.
So you think if you shave it all off and like did yourself up, like you could?
Oh no, not like that. I'm not
Okay.
saying. Oh, that's what. No, not that.
Physical.
I'm not
We're
doing
talking
that.
about physical.
Oh
appearances.
yeah, I can't do that.
But I think there's some guys that's like,
I mean, I don't know,
Really?
bro. I'm looking at you right now.
'Cause
You got
I'm
the mustache
soft.
off, goatee.
I'm soft and supple over here.
put a wig on you. You might.
I take well care of myself. So
I think
They
there's
say
some
I
guys
look
that
like
have
my
like
mom,
feminine
bro.
features and like they can, you know, they look feminine. Like there's got straight guys that just look feminine. There's a lot of straight women that
they
look
take.
masculine.
They
like,
say
have
fucking
masculine
getting
features.
your
like you
nails
said.
done. A guy getting his nails done is gay. Like everything is gay.
Look,
But I
I've
mean,
been-
like-
I've been
But the
fooled.
people that have a problem with that is
I've
be
been
the
fooled.
ones sucking
Really?
dick, bro.
Yeah.
Been fooled in what sense? Like,
Yeah.
I went to a gay club.
uh-huh.
I went to a gay club.
Bumped into the
I'm in the
baddest
gay
femme
club.
queen in there.
What?
I said he bumped into the baddest femme queen in there.
Not even like the guy
Mm-hmm.
at the register looks like a female, talks like a female.
Titties.
Yeah,
They-
everything,
okay.
the whole nine. And I'm like, I'm having a conversation with them, and I'm over here like, yo, she got it. Like,
Yeah.
what up?
She got what,
And-
the dick?
She dead apparently. But I'm talking to her and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it turns out that she told me like in that instance, like before anything else, let me let you know.
A real one.
She kept the real with you though. That's
To say it that then and there, they never say it.
But
right
yo,
then and there.
I felt so low
because you were so kind of fooled.
I was,
and that's what that's what the straight guys when they do that and that happens,
dude.
At least you took it, you felt how you felt, but you kept it moving.
But I felt so disgusted, like,
and that's what makes some of them kill them.
Yeah,
there's places when I'm sure that happened, and they went whatever to their car and came back, wait for them to come out and fucking murdered them.
There's actually this person on TikTok that like, what you call her, femme queen?
Femme queen.
There was a femme queen on TikTok that is like completely open about her shit. So like guys will like, she'll record wild situations like where guys will like approach her. Nah, like guys will approach her. She'd be like, before we get this conversation any further, I was a man. Yeah, I'm a man.
Yeah. So if you do something, that's sad that you got to live your life that way.
But my thing is like, but not the fact that she has to record it, but the fact that like she's
recording it for her own safety.
I think she's doing it for just more so entertainment, like of her life, like a vlog type.
They
shit.
love to entertain.
So like I think so. I like the fact that she tells you up front, like I'm this, and I can respect that. Like it would be no bad blood. What I feel like, damn, I've been bamboozled. Yeah, like. There's
some guys that be like, oh, I didn't know it was a guy. Yeah, like we fucked. I didn't know it was a guy. How?
I mean, I don't understand how you could have sex
how y'all completely fucked.
Like there's like I mean like yo,
how y'all completely they be like oh we only did it doggy style. Come on now,
doggy style into what though? Like
bro, ain't no yo,
come on now. Yeah, like something you knew what it was.
Straight chicks do not let you fuck them up the ass easily. Like that's not a. Yo, you don't get that shit on the first
and it don't go in easily.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. You can get thrown with that. I'm on my period shit.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you. You can get hit with that. I'm on my period.
But how long is that supposed to go? The period is not yearly.
No, it's not yearly. But at least for that one particular moment, they can get you.
But maybe head. Like,
that's what I would say. Maybe like, oh yeah, you sucking my dick, like
right. But
you bent somebody over.
Show me
at
the
least,
kids.
Period.
Show me your children, man. I'm telling you, man.
Period.
Fuck with baby moms.
I can still play with your fucking pearl.
Right. Nah, I'm not playing with no pearl with you on period. Like random bitch? Hell no.
I didn't say no random bitch. I'm just saying. Well, I guess it would be random in this situation.
Even if I'm fucking with a chick on her period, I'm still copping like over the panties. I'm gonna still tap that shit.
You gonna
like
feel
a random chick,
boner,
like
nigga,
a new chick.
Yeah,
that's how fucking diseases spread, bro. Like you got a cut on your finger and you touch her shit and she bleeding.
Nah, bro, I'm talking about like even over the panties. Like
I don't know, man. I'm not touching.
I'm gonna touch. If I gotta touch over her clothes,
I gotta make sure
you gonna feel a dick.
She not packing.
You gonna feel a dick.
You gonna feel a lot of shit down there. You gonna feel a whole fucking pad.
Well, then you gonna know
that this is it's a
fight or flight. Which one?
What if she tuck good?
What?
Where does she tuck good?
Ain't that much tucking in the world. So now ain't that much tucking in the world. If you gonna play it, but you gonna fuck or whatever, something gotta come off.
Right.
What was that thing Tank had said, yo?
If you suck a dick the first time, that'll mean you're gay. But if you suck a dick the second time,
what do you think about that? Like, yo, if you suck a dick once, do you think you're gay?
I don't think so. If you experiment,
yo, because here's the thing, right?
If you get your dick sucked, you're straight. If you're sucking the dick,
really,
you gay.
So if wait,
that's what.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Either one. Like
you're gay.
I think yo. So all right, so I'm not gonna say the name. I got a friend, right, a longtime friend who this happened like a minute ago too. So he went away, and.
Went away.
Like no, he went away for like a job, right? He was like he got contracted like out like in the West Coast or some shit.
Okay.
Right? And we didn't talk for a minute, right? He came back and we're just chopping it up, right? And he just randomly tells me like, yeah, I got my dick sucked by a guy.
He was hitting on you.
What?
I think he was hitting on you.
No, but he's telling me. So he's telling me, he's like, yo, but you know what?
Why come out? Who does that? That was supposed to be a secret that she kept to himself.
He's honestly a very honest, like he's just like a very honest, like about everything. Like, yo, you could literally ask him about anything, and he'll just be like, shit. Like he's just like, yeah.
I'll be like that.
He's like, yo, but he's like, now I know I'm not gay because my dick couldn't get hard.
Yeah, he ain't.
You back and forth, bro. You back and forth.
What?
Is he gay or is he not?
He ain't gay.
No.
Because that motherfucker would have
What
been
makes you-
rock solid if he felt the urge or want, like somewhere in him, if he felt like, oh,
But you don't think the urge to
Yeah.
even attempt it
Get that
makes
far.
you
No.
gay?
Yeah, no, he's high. He
no,
to
you
me,
don't know. He could have
he's
been
high up
touched. He
there on
could
the
have been
gay spectrum.
touched.
Huh?
He could have been touched as a kid
And like,
and thought that, you know what I
That's
mean?
how it's
Thought that
supposed to
this
be.
was.
Well, yo, and then actually speaking on that, right? So I know a lot of people say that what turns young boys into gay men, right, is that they get touched or molested as like young children. Like, what do you feel about that? Do you like as
It's
not to get too personal?
Yeah,
has that happened to you or
that's not
anybody
cool.
that you know of?
It has happened to people I know of. It happened to me.
So you've
I've,
whoa, so like
yeah,
well,
it happened
alright,
to
okay.
me.
I
I've
didn't. I
never-
wasn't expecting that answer.
Yeah.
So,
it
but,
happened
I mean, are
to
you
me.
comfortable speaking about it?
Yeah, we can talk about
So-
it. I'm not gonna say no name.
No,
like,
obviously
but-
no names.
But can you
So-
say whether that contributed to who you are?
No, I already knew what it was. Remember,
Oh,
I
you
said
already- you
elementary
was
school.
on
I
it
already
from
knew what it
the
was.
Well, I mean,
I was already looking at. Then they probably did it to me because they already knew. Like,
So were you molested or touched like before, like at a really young age, older? Like you're
it
or
would
like
probably be the same.
okay.
Little after. It could have been after. I honestly knew what it was with me myself first before
that
anything.
happened.
That
Okay.
Yeah.
so that you don't think that contributed to like
No.
you being
No, not at all. Not at all.
Do you
See,
think that? Do you think that can actually contribute though? Like,
Definitely.
Do you think that could confuse young boys that are like are
If
being
somebody
molested?
has the thought and then that does happen, that means that whoever did it, friend of family members, whatever, they knew you were a little spicy too.
A little
Yeah.
spicy.
They felt you was a little spicy, and they probably did it to see if. No, let me not say it. They probably
probably
did it to see if
easier.
it was true or not, but they probably just. I don't know, because that's nasty.
Right.
Touching a kid, that's fucking gross.
But I think that that's the reason why, and here it brings me back to like the topic that's from before, where you said like you're born that way. I really think it's conditioned. Like I think like everybody's born on an even playing field, and I feel like what really happens is that like life tells us who we're supposed to be with, whether it be like your family members or like your upbringing or like what the world tells you you're supposed to be with. I think that
Right.
that's how it goes. Like I think like if you're around like a bunch of females, then you could tend to come out more feminine in a sense because these are your role models that you're looking after.
Absolutely.
And I think like once you're touched by like a man, you thinking that's what you think
So,
is
yo,
what it
not
is.
that didn't seal it for me because, like
Right.
I said, I already knew what it was. But I'm sure that the other people that have went through that, I'm sure that did seal it.
Because
Like, this is
personally,
what
for
it
me,
was.
like I said, I don't believe you can be born gay.
So yo,
Oh,
you
I was born gay.
Yo, so you,
I was born
so
gay.
you disagree with them?
I disagree. I don't
So you
think.
You don't
he's-
think I was born gay,
No,
Adrian?
I
Oh my
don't think-
god!
Like personally, for me, I don't think it's possible to be born
it
gay.
was. It's possible
do you-
because I'm telling you, I was that.
Do you
But-
think him being molested at an early age contribute to that?
No. I don't think it like that. I don't think it's to that extreme. What I
Okay.
think is like what
I
happens
definitely
is
know.
like you said, you have a
I
bunch
was
of
looking at boys
right.
and not looking at girls like I should have been.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got a girlfriend? No, nigga, I want
mean,
a boyfriend. In my head, I want to.
Like, yo, I have
want a
a
boyfriend.
7-year-old son, right? Like he's already
you?
talking. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's already talking about girls.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, daddy. Like I like this girl came up to me and kissed me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
He ain't gay. Don't worry about him.
no, but it's like so. To me, honestly, it's kind of wild, right? Because my son is 7,
Yeah.
and it's like, damn, like
So early.
like you're already kind of talking
Because
about
this
kissing
fucking
girls.
generation is insane.
No, bro. When I
This
was
generation is insane.
the first time I saw a
I,
vagina,
mean, I was
in-
kind of proud when he came up to me
Absolutely
and said it, but-
right.
the first time I saw a vagina, I was 4 years old. I was in
4?
preschool. Yeah, I remember this shit specifically. Like we were at the table coloring or some shit in preschool, and she literally told me to look under the table, and she pulled her panties to the side.
She was a
Wild as shit.
A
Like,
molester.
I walked home. No, she was like my age. She had to been like no more than like 5. Like at
And
that point in time.
okay, so
I walked home and
that-
like thinking I was a nigga. That nigga. at the
somebody
end of
was
that.
was touching her.
I
You
got
think so?
Absolutely.
I got
Wow.
molested by my babysitter at the age of 5,
Really?
and she was a female.
Like,
Female, it could be a male. It could be a
and you
female.
remember like the situation?
I remember this shit,
and it takes a
vividly.
lot to
And it
not-
wasn't just me.
not a lot, but you have to
Like
be.
she touched your like penis.
It was.
How old was she at the time?
She was my babysitter.
Like
had to
I
be
can't.
older.
I
Nice.
can't really remember. I must have been like around 5 or 6.
okay.
Yeah. Do I
Wow,
think it
sad.
contributed to my like how freaky I am as an adult? For sure. Because I just got to experience that at a way
We
too
rang of an age.
early
They
age.
high.
Yeah, I think like by 7 years old, like I was kissing girls too. Like I was sucking titties at like 8.
You know,
honestly, I got the first time I got head, I was 8 years old. I swear to God.
nutted and all.
No, I never nutted.
Okay.
I thought I got her pregnant from sucking her titties. I swear, bro. I
Yeah,
swear.
you was
like that, man.
But like, I don't know. I think like influence is what brings you to that point of like being gay. I'm not saying your experience. Like,
Oh, you don't gotta tell me about me.
I would never try to tell a person about themselves.
Yeah.
But like, I think like in most situations that influence like things that happen around you, the conversations that are going on, like that's what pushes your attention towards either male or female.
So on the topic of kids, right? So you say that you think it's
Condition.
outside influences that kind of make people gay.
Yeah.
You say you're born gay, right?
Yes.
So a couple months ago, I think, or maybe even last year, right? There was a really big hot topic. Do you know who Dwayne Wade is?
Yes.
The basketball
Zaya.
player. So he has a son, right? Is he like? I'm not even sure. Like he's transitioning to be a woman.
Zaya probably isn't. I don't think Zaya's transitioning yet.
Okay.
Zaya will be transitioning. I'm sure by 18, Zaya will be probably one of the baddest bitches. If he start taking hormones that early at this age, because he already know what it is.
Okay.
His family already know what it is. If they start having him speak to a doctor and start getting him on hormonal therapy, it's gonna be over.
But
for that little
do you
boy.
think he's too young to be doing that? Or
You
do
know
you
what
think
it
he's
is.
like,
So
They're not gonna do it. I don't know how old he is per se, but I know you have to be probably like 16.
So you basically you're just saying he knows his truth, right? Like that's
Absolutely,
like there's
he
no,
knows what it is. Dwayne
like,
knows
it
what it is.
doesn't matter what age he is. Like he's already confident in what he knows.
That's born that way.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't
So
know,
do you
man.
think it would
Wait
be
till he's like wait till he's like 18. Remember this.
No,
wait
I believe.
Wait till
I believe.
he's like.
Do you
Wait
think
till
there's-
she is like 18.
Do you think it's inappropriate
She's gonna be
for
a
someone
problem.
under 18 to get that surgery?
Which
Yeah,
surgery?
because
I
to
don't
become
know
a
if
woman.
you can. Hormones you can take probably at
But
like
even hormones,
16.
like, do you think he's? I want to say he's like 12 or 13, right?
Mhm.
Do you think they should be given hormones at that age?
Because
Because
if they speak to a doctor and they, it doesn't.
Would you-
It's not a fast. It's not an easy process. It's not an easy process.
like,
you have to
say
speak to
you-
a doctor. You have to like do counseling. They got to get you right. And
But
if they say okay,
say
you can start.
say you had a child right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
At a 12-year-old, right? That wanted to.
I personally, not to cut you off, I think if I still lived with my dad, I think I would have been a girl.
Really?
I think I would have definitely. I
'Cause
think it would.
my
I think
thing
it
is,
would have
like,
happened.
because
I
your dad
think-
would have understood who you
Absolutely.
are, like where you came from.
He was
like,
with a guy
yeah.
who had still works for the government.
Okay.
So my dad didn't work. He had this Caucasian man.
Uh-huh.
We had a house.
Life was
moved
good.
with him. We were straight in Winstead. Like it was lit. But if I think if my dad was still alive and I still lived with him, I wouldn't be Denzel right now at all.
You be Denzel.
No.
No, I just feel like my thing is like, when you're going through your teens, right? Like your mind changes so quickly,
Mhm.
right? Like I'll speak for me personally, right? Like all right, like one day I want to be a fucking rapper, the other day I want to be a fucking basketball player, right? Like you're just kind of going through like these
cop the
phases.
mixtape.
Yo, exactly. You're going through these phases when you're going through because you're still trying to figure out how you are,
yourself,
right?
yeah.
And I just feel like at that age, right? Are you really mentally
Prepared.
mature enough, right, to
Mature
make
is
these
a better
kind of
word.
decisions?
Like at what age?
'Cause
would
like
you
you
say?
said,
Not.
Because
That's
to
why
be
I said
taking
you're gonna.
because be taking hormones at that age, right? Like, is it like, what if one day you wake up and you're like 19? It's like shit. Like I don't want to be a girl, but it's
I
like
mean,
I
you
already
can
got
go
my dick
back.
chopped off.
You shouldn't have. That shouldn't have been. Zaya probably. That should probably be going because they got the bread for that.
Okay.
A normal person, that shit gonna take a while.
So if the
They're gonna be
person,
escorting, whatever, working to save to get that.
Okay.
That shit has to be like between like $30,000 and like $60,000.
All right.
so if a
get that shit
person
done.
wanted to like take hormones, let's just say Zaya, he's an underage kid that's
Mhm.
going to be taking hormones. What is that going to do for him other than his voice and his hair?
Give him titties, right?
It's gonna make they call them knots.
Oh.
But yeah, they will make little like breasts come, And depending on how long he doing it, it'll make a nice amount.
Really?
It'll make a decent amount. So where you put a bra on,
Good amount of titty.
and put it right, you're gonna have cleavage and everything. You're gonna
So let's
have,
just say like he doesn't cut his dick off, and like let's just say he turns 21 and he says like, "This isn't for me. I made the wrong decision." Do you think like you said it's
surgery, get it
reversible?
off. They can cut it off. I know someone who was born a male, went to a female, and was a female for probably like 12 years. Still had a dick, but had breasts, cheeks, whatever, nose. Changed back to a male now. Now he's
Really?
a male.
Why did he change back?
I think he said he was peer pressured by friends,
Into becoming a woman?
oh, this is what it is. In that era, he's older than me, probably like 35 and 37, somewhere in there.
See,
But
that's my point, right? Because literally the male brain is not fully developed until I think you're 30 years old, right?
yeah, that's what.
So
they
you're
say.
constantly like I could personally speak for myself, right? Like who I am right now
Mhm.
is not who I was 2 years ago, right? So it's just like you're constantly evolving and changing. So it's like so when people make these kind of changes or let their kids make these kind of changes at such an early age, I feel like it's irresponsible, right? Because I feel like, okay, if you know you're gay, that's fine, right? Like I can actually understand that, right? I do think that some people are born gay. I honestly think it's more of a genetic component.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you're born gay, right? I feel like genetically,
Either somebody get your mom and dad, somebody gay, or somebody.
I know. I honestly think like there's.
Somebody
Somebody
fucked a
gay.
nigga or a bitch,
Yeah.
like something.
I actually think there's like a gay chromosome. Like I feel like there's something.
I think so. It's
I think there's
something there.
something in you, right? That's like, all right. That's not like scientists have not been able to find it yet, but I feel like
But
something
somebody-
like
they
is chemically different about you, right?
So do you think, Brenna, do you think there should be like some sort of like law that says, look, if at this particular age you can allow your son, whatever, to start making that transition? Because if we look at like Kris Jenner, right? This dude had how many kids? Who knows? I don't know.
Like,
I don't know the
Six,
Kardashians.
that
Six.
transition.
Right?
They had 5. He had kids before.
Oh, really?
The Kardashians.
I mean, this dude was an Olympian.
Yeah.
That was the
Before he
horriblest
decided to
transition
make
ever.
this decision. Like, I'm pretty sure that had
She
like
was already-
circumstances become more available to him, or
I don't
He
know
would've
what
made that
his. I don't
decision
know
earlier.
what.
I just feel like anything below 18 should not be allowed, right? I don't think you should be able to take hormones below 18. I don't think you should be able to get surgeries. I think if you're going to be gay and you know that's what you want to mess with men, or if you're a woman that wants to mess with women, I think that's fine. But to genetically modify your body.
Oh, that's my
before-
mom. My mom is like, if you come in here, like I said, if I lived with my dad and that happened, my mom would have been like,
Nah.
I probably wouldn't have spoke to her ever again. She probably would have never spoke to me again.
Okay.
Because she said that off rip.
Like I said, I just feel like you're just at that age, right? Like you're just too you're just too vulnerable, right?
Right.
You're mentally not stable enough to like make these kind of like life changing decisions that
Like
like
you said, you could be coerced into doing that shit. Like a lot of
that's
times,
that's
especially
what.
at that age, you're easily manipulated, right? And you're
I don't think
easily-
he was. I don't know how old he was, but
yeah. But even
He did
think about
peer
change
it.
pressure,
over.
man. Peer pressure is
No, but
a
think about it. Like,
motherfucker.
what if I'm a parent that wanted a boy, or what if I'm a parent that wanted a girl, and like,
then you have your kid that
that's why
wants
they
to
say
transition.
don't wish. That's why they say don't wish like, oh, I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a girl. I hope it's a boy. I hope it's a boy. I hope it's a boy. Like,
because they'll turn
get
out
what
to be
you
gay.
get. Something gonna happen.
Really?
'Cause
But
you
like,
was-
what if you're that type of person to like push that or like
I
trick
get
your
what you're
kid
saying.
into like thinking they're a girl or a guy?
Oh,
and
the
then,
parent.
yeah,
doing that.
and then they end up
Man, I don't know.
saying like, you know, I'm a boy or I'm a girl, and they're really like the opposite side of that, and then they push towards
that's kind of sick.
making them
as
that.
the parent. That's sick as the parent.
Because I've seen it like, and I completely, I'm okay with like,
Shit
you know,
sound like a movie.
right, but I'm okay with like identifying or being okay with like your kid's identity, like, whether they're gay or straight. But I think that there's a fine line of like enabling that. Like, I think there's like, even though they identify as gay, do you think it's appropriate for them to be like buying them dresses or buying them nail polish or buying female like pants and stuff like that? And
So
be honest,
for
like,
the
if you think
Dwayne
so, yeah.
situation, I don't think I would be like, oh, you ain't get your money's coming from me.
Right?
You don't. You're my son.
Yeah.
You don't have it. You don't have no bread. Money comes from me. So no, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna buy you a dress. I'm gonna put you in. I'm gonna put you in.
Yeah.
Get you box braids and stuff like that. Like,
I'm gonna buy you
like
wigs
learn
or
like
stuff
learn
that.
him and figure out what's up.
Now, do you think that's stifling?
Go
your
to the
kids'
doctors with them.
sexuality?
Like go to
Like if you don't,
I don't
if you
know.
don't do that, like if you don't buy them the dress, if you don't buy them the nail polish, do you think they'll grow up to resent you, or they're like you're holding them
probably
back from
they'll be
being
mad.
who
Probably
they are?
probably. I'm sure.
All right, I'm gonna switch it up real quick. What is the process like to having sex with a man? Because
Now you want
Like-
details. 13%.
let us know, man.
What do you mean the process?
No, because I hear like I had a hemorrhoidectomy, right? And prior to that, I had never heard. I did not know what a
Enema.
flea enema was.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, what?
absolutely. You
Like,
definitely got to
so-
do that. That's
yeah,
definitely
talk-
happening.
What's a
So if
what's
you're the bottom is the person. Y'all already know. I
Yeah,
already
you
explained that.
explained
Mm-hmm.
The bottom is when it comes to the sex situation. They're cherish your bottom because they're going through a lot. So you fucking basically it's like a douche,
Like a
A
douche.
what?
a douche,
A-
douche,
Okay,
whatever you call
douche.
it. Thought it was douche,
Mm,
whatever the
douche.
fuck
That's
it's
how
called.
the French say it.
It's one for. It's called an enema,
Okay.
and it's really for like constipation. But you would basically, if you knew you were gonna be the bottom of the night,
Uh-huh.
if you were gonna bottom for your boyfriend
Right.
per se, that's the process. So you would be in the bathroom, doing that over and over. So the douche up there, squeeze the water up there, push the fucking water out of you. Keep doing it until the water's clear. Until
Is it a water or a particular fluid?
the
Hold-
douche
hold
one.
on, hold on.
Okay.
This is-
So
I'm very
this
confused.
is-
nobody,
brand
new.
nobody is. Let me not say nobody, but I know nobody is doing buying an enema, doing that one enema,
Mm-hmm.
pushing it out in the toilet, and walking away like I'm
Wait,
ready,
so-
I'm ready
hold
for
on,
my top to
alright.
come over.
So if you're a bottom, you have to put a pill up your ass.
Not a pill.
Or-
It's not a pill.
or-
Okay,
It's
so
just like a
I
bottle.
thought an enema was a pill.
Bottle.
no, it's like a douche.
Okay,
Literally,
I'm thinking of an
douche
enema as like a
It's
pill.
literally like the same exact fucking thing. It's just a skinnier. It's a skinnier nozzle that goes inserted.
So not a pill. My bad. So
No,
if you're a bottom,
just like a fucking douche, just a skinnier nozzle that goes
so
inside.
either way,
of it.
right? So if you know you're gonna have sex as a bottom,
Mhm.
you have to stick something up your ass prior to the.
Oh, you're
sex.
probably doing it a couple times.
like every time.
Every single time.
Wow.
Unless you know your body that well and it.
Well,
and-
yo, what do you until the water's clear? What do you mean by that?
Get the shit out of your
yeah,
ass.
shit out of yeah.
Wait, so
You're bas-
I'm just
They're washing their fucking.
Yeah, basically
Wait,
you know,
so,
wash
I mean, let me just kind of
Did
take
you
this.
process
Let me
this?
take this. So, if you're a bottom,
Mm-hmm.
you have to basically clean your asshole out before someone fucks you in it
Basically,
every time.
every single time.
Some niggas like shit
Yo,
on
just-
their dick. Apparently,
Mm.
maybe.
Wait, what?
That's what some niggas might like shit on their dick.
All right, learn a
Some
lot about you
people do.
today. I'm learning a lot about you today. It's a lot
Listen,
going on.
bro.
Listen,
Some
Some
people
niggas
do.
want
Some
I
people.
only
That's
know
Wait,
that
yo,
because
is
I had
that-
a
yo,
hemorrhoidectomy. So,
Yo, so like say like if I want to go fuck my girl up the ass, right? Like should she be doing this?
Absolutely. She's not gonna be comfortable. She's not gonna be comfortable. You're gonna be fine because you're just going in there. You're gonna be like, ready.
Hell no, you're gonna be
I'm
smelling
gonna take
shit.
it slow from the beginning. After a while, absolutely.
Yo, is this why most girls can't take anal?
Yeah, because they don't know.
Holy
Only a gay
shit.
person's friends, female friends, would
So,
know.
all right, like, so if I want to fuck my girl up the ass, right, I should tell her to go do this. Because it's going to be a lot more
Go
comfortable
buy
for
her
her.
one. Buy her an enema right from CVS.
This is like is this a CVS?
Yeah, CVS, Walgreens. Buy her enema. She could use that one.
Six-pack.
And if it comes out and it ain't clean like it should be, if it ain't clear, tell her to open that motherfucker up, run the faucet water, put some water in there, close it up, repeat it until
Is this painful? Is this a painful process?
if
You
it's
get dicks in your
if it's
ass.
first
Like
time-
you're
yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. This little thing, whatever. I could only imagine how small this shit
what's
is.
a goon to a guy?
Bruno, you ever stick your thumb up a girl's butt
Yeah.
and felt like, okay, this ain't clean?
Oof. Shitty
I
finger.
gotta say, I've been pretty fortunate with my thumbs
Lucky-
up asses.
lucky
Like,
you.
I always look right after I stick my thumb up a girl's ass. I always kind of like
Smell it.
Want to make sure. Yeah, I do smell it. I mean, it got a little
Smell
stank.
that shit.
Got a little bit of stank
A
to
little
it.
taint.
But I've never seen but I've never seen like shit on my finger. Cause I feel like that would I'd probably
Absolutely.
I'd
Turn
probably
you
freak
off.
out a little bit.
Oh
You
my
know?
So imagine on
Yeah, I
your
mean,
dick.
I'll do because when you're hitting it from the back, you put your thumb in there, right? And then you just kind of
Listen,
when you're done
gay
that,
people-
you do that yawn like
Right.
you know, just like
Or if you're hitting from back, you don't even got it. You just bring
Yeah.
that shit straight up.
all right. I mean, so
That
I
y'all is funny. It's funny as fuck.
I just learned a lot.
It's bad being a bottom, not being a bottom, but
Yo,
being
I mean,
whatever. I'm
so
verse, being verse. If I am
So
the one, if I am,
so is this like a planned situation? It's like, hey man, like you're bottom to
absolutely. I
so
want to
get-
know. I
so
want
get
you.
your-
Let me
yo, get
know.
your- get
My
your ass-
boyfriend.
get your ass together.
Prep for me.
My boyfriend. Let me know. He know. Let me
You guys
know.
have like, is there like certain days? Like, do you guys pick out days? Like, hey,
No,
like,
he's
hey,
verse.
Like
Wednesday-
Tuesday and Wednesdays, I'm bottom.
He's verse.
be
I'm
easier.
verse. Just let it be known. I want some ass. I want something. Let it be known so I can know.
Do you
When I got-
safely like douche every time, like every day?
Me,
No, not every time, but every day. Like just
no,
because
no,
you
no,
just
no.
don't know.
baby, your ass gonna be looser than a motherfucker.
Really?
No. Nah, I'm joking, but no, the nozzle is little, it's skinnier, like way skinnier than my finger. I can't even compare it. To
It's
nothing.
super
But I mean, you
tiny.
never know
It's
when
like
you
the
want to have
size of the
sex. so,
charger
like,
cord, like the cord from this thing
Yeah.
is skinny. So it's just like you put it, squeeze the other water up there, hold it up there as long as you could.
I mean,
Not as-
it just
Sit on the
honestly,
toilet, push the shit out.
it seems like such a fucking problem.
It's a pro. No, listen. Sometimes I be like, I don't fucking want to do it. I don't want to be him tonight. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, yo, it
Like,
seems
fuck
like,
it.
yo, it seems
I'm
like
not doing
being
it.
a
I don't
bottom
wanna
is
be
a
that.
lot of hard work.
It is. It
because
is a lot.
I think like sex for us is sometimes is like spontaneous. Like you're out somewhere, you
Yeah, I
might
mean,
want to fuck her. Like,
like no,
Baby,
I didn't, yo, I
not in no
never-
gay relationship. That
Everything
Like, yo,
has
you
to be
gotta,
like,
yo, you gotta plan out.
you already know. Not this way.
You gotta plan out a whole fucking afternoon.
Absolutely. Let me know. Not over here. It's not going down like that. It's not going down like that.
All right. Now that you got
I probably had my little probably like 7 times where it was like, oh, okay, like, oh, it happened, and it was like, oh, you was
7.
straight. I'm
That's
like,
a lot of times though.
did you,
7 out of all
is
my
your-
years of
is
being
your-
gay. No, it's
you
not.
get your answer?
Yeah, because I was wondering, I'm like, yo,
Yes, you have to. do that.
I have my
Oh,
hemorrhectomy.
God.
They gave me the enema, and I'm like, they told me to go to this. This is funny because they told me to go to the store and get an enema.
Damn, they made you buy it yourself too.
Yeah, they're like,
They
hey,
could
you
have
know,
supplied
you're
it. The
gonna,
hospital, they got mad at them shits. They could have gave that shit to you.
they could have.
The
But I
hell?
went to the clinic. You know, I set up my appointment for the hemorrhectomy. They said, "Oh yeah, go ahead. You can just go to the store and buy the enema." I had no idea what that was.
Right.
So I'm in the counter like, "Hey, I need a flea enema." Yo,
Oh, wow. They were
if
probably so
anybody else
embarrassed.
knew
Oh, my
what that
God.
was
Yeah.
in the back, they were just like,
And you said the whole name.
Fleet
You could have said
enema.
a fleet.
reading-
You could have said fleet or just said enema.
They're probably like, oh,
He
this
said the whole-
this is his first time. No, this is his first time.
Yeah. Something.
He's new to this.
Definitely.
You new to the
You said it
game?
like that. You said it like that. They're like,
I said it straight like that. The guys look
Got
at
a
me like,
bottom over
"Don't
here.
say- Don't say that out in public,
We're
bro."
spicing
Yeah.
it up, aren't we?
yeah, you were supposed to whisper that. I'd have just slid it to them like,
That's like a condom or like birth or
Alright,
a
so-
Plan B pill.
Bitch, I need a Henny and a Plan B. Yeah.
So we got the answer of how the sex works for you guys. So, but I've seen you bring up this a couple times throughout this whole episode, right? Is your father
Mhm.
like how was very supportive to you and all that, right?
Uh-huh.
So when you were talking about coming out to your mother and how difficult it was, like, did you ever come out to your father? Like, or how?
my dad died when I was 9 or
Oh,
10.
so you never got a chance to come out to your
I
father.
never got to tell him myself.
So
But
like,
again, I know he knew.
how
I
did
know.
he if
I don't know. I know he knew. He knew. Like I said, my room was fucking Sweetie Bird. Like, what boy wants Sweetie Bird? What boy wants? I got to do whatever I wanted to do. I had a fucking Crazy Daisy. I don't even know if
Okay.
you know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Y'all remember that?
No.
No.
It's like a fucking, like a sprinkler.
okay.
You hook your hose up to it, and it stood up, and it was a daisy. It was a flower,
Really?
and the shit just swung around.
So for
squirted
girls,
water
like
out.
type shit.
Yeah, like why the fuck did you want a Crazy Daisy? Like,
Yeah.
you're gay. I know he knew. Like, he knew.
So like,
But no, I never got to come out. I never got to tell him myself.
do you mind
like-
getting in? I know we've had conversations in the
Mhm.
past. Do you mind getting into like his passing or
Yeah. So, I moved with him when I was 6, I believe. and I left from him when I was 8. He got sick. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what, like, I had to move with the person I call my mom, which is really my aunt.
Okay.
It's just his sister, my dad's sister, more than only sister, only siblings. I moved with her. I moved with her. We went to visit. He still lived in Winstead, but he was in a nursing home. I never knew like what was happening. Nobody never told me. I never asked. He passed away. He ended up passing away. I knew he was sick. Like I knew something. It wasn't when I would see him. That wasn't my dad. Okay. You know, like I knew that wasn't like my dad used to be like full of life, up, the life of the party, like hype, like everybody loved him, and he was just like quiet down, like it wasn't him.
Right.
Okay.
I remember I slept in my mom/aunt's bed, and the phone rung probably like 3:00, and then like 3 or 4, and I just heard her say like. She said my name, and then she was like, "He's dead," and I knew who she was talking about. Probably 3 years later, I went to. I'm trying to think. I don't know, somebody's funeral. Somebody else had passed away, and I was sitting next to my real mom. And I just asked her like, "How did my dad die?" And she looked at me, and she was like, I could tell she was like, kind of like shocked that I didn't know.
Oh, the real reason.
Yeah. And she said he had AIDS.
Oh.
And I just sat back and I was like, okay. So when I left, I went home thinking like I had like computers, big ass, you know, white ass, big screen.
Big box shit.
I looked it up and seen what it was. I seen what it was and tried to educate myself about it because I didn't know about it. Nobody spoke to me about it. Even coming out like, oh, I like guys. Nobody never took the initiative to say,
because that's like a big
Nobody took the initiative to say.
That's like a big issue in the gay community.
Is that a fear for you right now?
No. Everybody should just, I don't know, wrap it up. Like, do what you're supposed to do.
Like, I know, you know.
If you with somebody, y'all get tested regularly together, by all means, do what you guys do. But
do you guys like? I know, like, in the straight community, right? Like, people do not get tested how they should get tested. Like, and I know that for a fact.
Gay people, they try to get tested. Like, you're supposed to get tested every 6 months.
Like, like in the gay community, do you guys get tested like regularly? Like, is it a more common thing?
I feel like if you're a whore, you probably get tested every 3 months, but it's supposed to be every 6 months. They say come every 6 months.
How is like the condom use in the gay community? Like,
they don't use them. They don't like to use them.
You guys don't use them. So it's just like,
why is that?
Like the straight community.
I guess it's uncomfortable.
Like we had a conversation.
If you're being the bottom, it's like it's not comfortable. Like it's not comfortable. You'd rather find somebody settle.
If I return gay, I'm definitely gonna be a top. This.
You'd rather find
too much.
Like you'd rather find somebody and settle down and be that person. Like let's build and let's get right.
Right.
Like we don't have to we get tested. You're not cheating on me. I trust you. You trust me. And we don't gotta fucking use them.
Right.
But
me and him had
these
a conversation.
Motherfuckers nowadays, they whores.
We had a conversation earlier about that shit, and we were like, I feel like the reason why condom use is like so, or just not used like in the gay community is because of the fact that like
it feels different. Tight. It feels different. They say, oh, it feels different. It feels different.
No, but the ass is
the
like
ended part is gonna be the exact same. You're gonna get that same feeling. You're gonna get that same feeling.
Right.
You're gonna get that same. It might be more intense. It's still gonna be the same. The same shit that's gonna go through is gonna be the same thing. So why wrap it? Just why wrap it up. Why? You know, even not even just for gay people, straight people too.
Yeah,
straight people too. Everybody wants to fuck. Everybody's fuck. Especially Waterbury. Everybody's fucking everybody. Niggas don't know what nobody got. Everybody's fucking with everybody. Motherfuckers are. Ugh.
How do you identify the DLs?
Well, before you
they identify
I kind of just want to. So, like, do you have any friends that like have it?
Mm-hmm.
That have HIV?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How does that like? How did they find out? How does that like make you guys feel?
Probably just getting tested, and then they happen to call your phone. They call you. They happen to call you. I mean, I'm sure, like anything, they say you get tested. They be like, oh, if anything,
we'll call you.
If anything is bad, if no news is good news, is what they say.
Okay.
So if you don't hear from them, you fine. If you get in that phone call, something wrong.
Mm.
And you just better hope it's something that you can cure. That's like,
Damn. So like you, because you know, like as far as I know, I don't have any friends that do have it. You know what I mean? So like I feel like
probably somebody. I'm sure you know somebody.
No, like nobody's like said it to me. Like, are you guys like when you guys get it? You know what I mean? Like, do you guys tell each
Don't
other?
say when you guys get it.
No. Like,
I'm sure you probably have to be. You'd have to accept that and be comfortable with sharing it.
Okay.
You probably would share it with your mom.
Okay.
Your immediate people, but before you to the street, somebody who act like portray to be your friend, and probably they're gonna use that as ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the last person you known to like pass out of HIV? Like, I feel like it's been a long time since I heard of anybody like passing.
Because the
from
medicine
HIV.
right now is awesome. It's amazing.
I mean,
The medicine right now is awesome. People who do have it are taking 1 pill a day.
And that's it. Just moving forward.
I know my dad was probably taking like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I was young. He had the tube Sunday through Sunday. It was mad fucking pills in it, like in the container. Mad pills.
They
Before my
they call it
dad,
a cocktail.
my dad was never taking. I never even seen my dad take a fucking vitamin. You know,
Yeah.
like
they were getting the
he was
Magic,
taking
Magic
like
Johnson treatment early.
7 and 8 pills in a day, every day.
I mean, like the pills now, right? They're so good that even if you have it and you're like, if you're with your
You
pills,
could. They have
it's not-
prep.
it's- yo, it's
Prep
not-
right
it's not-
now is amazing.
It's non-traceable. Well, so what's prep for the people that
Prep is a medicine, and it's not just for gay people. Anybody can take it. Prep is a medicine that you take like a vitamin once a day.
don't?
And it's a prevention so you won't get it. So like you screw somebody, you get on that, get your body right, keep taking it. You say that you fuck somebody with.
Have you ever
HIV
taken it?
and AIDS. Prep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How-
You take it every day.
Is there
it's
any
an
side
everyday
effects
pill.
or anything? Does it make you feel
Make your
weird?
stomach feel funny as fuck.
Okay.
At
does
the
that-
beginning, stomach feels funny as hell. Like just
So that's something you would
nauseous.
recommend to people that are
absolutely.
that
I think
are dating or
everybody,
what?
gay wise, everybody should be on prep.
Does your insurance
If
cover
you're-
it?
Yep.
It does?
Yep.
Dang.
State insurance covers it. Everybody should be on prep. If you're gay, if you're gay, sleep with
Yo,
a
if
man.
y'all here fucking, you should just be on prep.
Exactly.
They have, like I said, straight males could take it. Females could take it.
For-
They say it's
for
for the gay community,
But
but
it's for
anybody can
everybody.
take it. I would say I want to take it.
What do you
If it's-
think? Oh, go ahead. No,
If it's something that's gonna, but I'm not saying, oh, people took that as, oh, I'm on prep. That's the thing about the gay people right now. I'm on prep.
So they just want to be
Do it
just
raw.
doing raw dogging each other.
Just because you're on prep doesn't stop gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia.
Everything
What
else.
else? Yeah,
No.
it's for HIV.
So now, what do you think is the
So-
reason why like HIV is so high amongst the gay community?
Cause they whores.
Really?
Yo,
They
is prep-
whores. Everybody's so insecure
Is
about
prep
something.
is it like kind of a new drug or has it been around for
It's been probably like 5 years, 6 years.
it's pretty new.
Pretty
Yo,
new.
do you think as it gets more popular, do you think it should kind of cut down on things?
What do you mean?
Like, it seems like if more people were on prep, right, it could probably cut down on like the spread of HIV.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody prep. It definitely should do something.
You know what it sounds like? Big V for the big C. That's what it sounds like. Like
Okay.
getting that. to
Mind
make sure
you,
that-
the pill, I think they give like, I don't know, it's a pill. I forgot I think Ginterview for prep. I see the commercial all the time, and you guys probably see it and don't even pay no attention.
Mhm.
I see the commercials for prep.
It comes on all the
I
time.
seen
It's
it.
called
Yeah.
Ginterview.
I always tell myself, right, if you're about to fuck a new bitch and the HIV commercial come on, that's a sign. Get the fuck out of here.
So Ginterview is the prep pill. But it's also a pill that if somebody is HIV positive, they might be assigned to that med. When they do your lab tests and see where your numbers are at, that might be the best medicine for you. So it's crazy. It's like the pill. It's weird. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give too much about it.
Right.
But I've seen like people like, oh, I'm on Ginterview, and it's like, damn, I thought that was the prep pill, prep pill. So I don't know if you're saying you're on it for prep or you're saying you're taking that daily
already-
for HIV.
Okay.
So
Would you have sex with someone that's HIV positive that's on the medicine?
Mhm.
You would.
Mhm.
Have you done it?
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. I haven't been with anybody who said like, "Oh, I'm HIV positive."
Okay.
That's never, you know.
Okay.
But I'm sure that's happened.
So yeah, you wouldn't like. I feel like most straight people, right? Like if they were dating someone and see, like went on a couple dates, right? And the girl came up to me, was like, "Yo, I think I'm HIV positive, but I'm on the meds." So you wouldn't. I think I personally probably would not be able to go through it, right? But you think it like in the gay community, like you guys can look
the
beyond
gay
it.
people aren't. That's not even.
A
That's
turn
not. No,
Damn.
not at all.
Probably wise.
Because
They
there's
also
people
spreads
you would
too.
see that probably look like fucking, like who? Fucking the guy from Power. What's his name?
I don't even know his
The
name.
one that died, Ghost.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "Oh, he got HIV." You're not gonna be like, "Oh my god."
Right.
Like you're.
They
You know,
don't look sick or any of that
yeah,
stuff.
you wouldn't even know.
But I think that
Nowadays, you wouldn't know.
Mm.
Back then, it changed everything.
Have
It
you
changed.
ever had to cut anybody off? Like, damn, you got that. I can't.
No, I would
can't
never
imagine.
do that. Oh
No?
my god, no.
Don't you think that could
That
increase
would
the
make
way
somebody
the
kill
rate it
themselves,
spread
probably.
it spreads though?
Seriously, that would make somebody so like. I know people be like, "Oh, some people are scared." A lot of gay people are scared if they do have it. They're scared to be open about it.
Yeah.
Say like if you try to talk to me and I'm like, you know what it is, we go out on a date out to eat. They probably the whole time they probably think about
I mean,
how the fuck am I gonna say this
That's
to
in the
this
gay
guy?
community,
Yeah.
that might be like a little bit more acceptable. Like in the real world,
In the world, definitely.
Yeah, in
Some
the
people
real
probably like,
world,
"Oh,
like-
bitch, you got this." I'm
Yeah,
out.
that's a
Like, nah, I'm not
really,
doing that.
That's a really positive thing, like, that you guys got ahead of the straight community.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
you can look beyond that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
There's,
in the
I've
stri-
heard it about people said it, but when I was probably like 16, 17.
Oh.
Like gay people get mad. Somebody try to talk to you. You don't want to talk to them. They be like, "Oh, bitch got AIDS." You know,
Right.
that's always.
I just
And it
throw
was
out
sad
there.
back in the day. That was a common joke or something
Okay.
to just say about somebody. Like it's not cool.
so. Before we wrap this up, let's just go back on that download thing. So what is it about like download? Like if you know a guy, right, is not openly gay, right, and you choose to mess around with them, like what about that? Like why do you guys do that? I feel like is it like a,
I
kind of
don't
an
think we be
accomplished-
the ones going to them. They be coming over here.
really.
They be coming to they
Like,
come
have
to
you-
us.
so-
It would never be because, like I said, if we don't know, that's like if one of you guys in here, if you were on the low, how do I know?
Mm.
how strong is your gaydar then?
How do I know?
Like on a scale, like
Gaydar is bullshit. If you're a fucking a fag, you know. If I see a fag, I know one.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
know one
but-
of my sisters or like. But if it's somebody who's just like heterosexual, like a straight heterosexual, and they get down. That's what they call it.
Get that?
I don't know. You would have to let.
So
me
they
know.
always approach you guys. What's like? Do they approach you like directly, or is it kind of like they kind of? it's kind
I've
of like
been rolling
jokingly.
on AIM back in the day. It was AIM.
No, I'm talking about like in your age right now, right? Like are you?
I've
are you
never
currently
really had no, and I probably wouldn't even accept that.
okay? So
Now,
yeah.
back in the day, I would be hype. Like, word, I got this straight nigga that's like.
Oh, so you
But at the
wouldn't,
end
you
of the
wouldn't
day,
do that now?
he fucking me and fucking bitches too. He getting the best of both worlds.
Okay.
He getting whatever. He probably getting more from me than he getting from the bitch. Because I'm spending money. I'm hyped that I got this straight
Right.
bitch.
So you're trying to
straight
keep 'em.
nigga.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing everything that I can. I'm
Okay.
buying. He like, oh, these shoes are coming out. I'm getting this shit. Like,
Okay.
I went through that. Everybody goes through that. I went through that shit. But nowadays, I'm on side with that.
You gotta be fully out for you.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable. Nowadays, I look at it as you're weak. You want to fuck a nigga. You want to fuck a nigga, but you don't want to classify. You sleep with niggas, but you're not gay. You're weak as fuck. To me,
Ooh.
you're weak as fuck.
Nah, that's real shit.
You're a
though.
bitch.
Like, you're hiding.
I'm more manlier than you are.
Hmm.
Damn.
Yo, that's
You know
I respect
yourself.
that. That's
Absolutely.
That's
You're
valid as fuck.
living. You're
You're not living your truth.
and you probably gonna live like that for the rest of your life.
You're gonna be a coward for us.
You're gonna be with females. You're gonna have a kid. You're gonna get married. At the end of the day, you still gonna be sucking dick somewhere. You're gonna be
Shit.
sucking dick or fucking niggas somewhere. It's never gonna go away. Whether you be like, oh, I'm not doing this shit no more, or whatever. That shit ain't going away because that's what you like. You want that. You're gonna crave that.
Why do you think
Alright.
that is? Because
'Cause you
that's
get-
within them. Like
'cause-
that's what they
'cause
want.
you're just born like it.
You born that way, nigga.
I mean, like he's saying, like to be honest, like he's calling you out. Like you're fake. You ain't even
is,
real.
that is. You're not
Like,
even
you-
real with
You're
yourself.
not true to this.
You're not
You're
real
not
with
true to
yourself.
this.
Fuck
Yeah.
being real with anybody else. You're not even real with yourself.
Exactly. So
Shit. Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. So, Yo, thank you for coming on. And,
Anytime, man.
Breaking it down for us. You know how your community, your truth. You know
Yes.
how you came to be and all that. We appreciate you.
No,
Definitely got into
absolutely.
some.
Thank you
Honestly, it
guys
takes a
for
lot of
having
courage
me.
to come up here and just
Yeah,
say
I
what
was
you
nervous.
My
said.
man's
It
not
was-
weak.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It
Facts.
was, I like.
Yo, you
I
want
enjoyed
to
it.
say anything to the audience before we leave out?
What's your handles? Drop your handles.
What's that? Facebook. And
Your
shit?
Facebook, your Twitter,
My name
your
is
Instagram.
Delray Anderson on Facebook. That's all y'all need.
What's your quick advice to somebody who's trying to come out but they can't actually
Take your
just
time. Don't let nobody force you out. Don't let nobody force you to do what you don't want to do. Take your time. Be yourself. Live your truth. When it's time, that's when it'll be time.
On that note, I think we're gonna wrap this up. So you heard him. If you are trying to come out and
Come out the closet. Your feet showing.
You're 13%.
and need the encouragement or the just the will, just take your time.
Yes.
As always, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and I just want to say, yo, thank you for getting us to 300 subscribers. Definitely a big feat for us. Yo, please keep tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was not a
Thank you,
good. This was
guys.
not a good day for me. I started at 2%. I'm at 8%.
No, this is a great day for you.
Yes.
Now you know who you really are.
Right.